Greetings, Just fans. We are live from Parnu in Estonia, following the action of the 7th Paul Keres Memorial from this beautiful resort city where the Baltic Sea, the nature gives you the perfect vibes to spend some quality time and also play chess, honoring the name of the legendary Estonian player Paul Keres. I'm Grandmaster Arturs Neiksans. You might have seen me before. This is Margaret Alde, and we'll be your hosts for the main event of this tournament for the entirety of this week. Margaret, hey.
Hi, yeah, it's good to be back after a year. Yeah,
Right, yeah. Last year we did it, and yeah, now we are once again back with some action. So maybe Margaret, in a couple of words, like if I'm a newcomer, I just turned on this stream, this coverage. What would you say what Paul Keres Memorial is all about and what Paul Keres means to the Estonians?
I mean, I don't think it's really easy to explain what Paul Keres means to Estonians. Maybe the one thing that could explain it is when we used to have our Estonian money, then Paul Keres used to be the one person that was on that money. So that can already kind of explain how important like he's been to Estonia. And definitely a lot of Estonian chess players have started to play chess because Paul Keres exists.
Yeah, you're talking about these 5 kroner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I remember. I still have it at home. Yeah, like it was very, very nice. One of the rare money items, like which has a chess player on it. I'm not even aware if there's anyone else.
That's actually a good point. Yeah, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I think in Estonia we have quite a few different competitions that are kind of trying to like keep the memory of Paul Keres alive, and yeah, we're trying to do this in Parnu, which is it has the connection with Paul Keres as well, the whole city. He spent most of his youth years here, so I think it's a perfect place, also in the summer because it's a summer capital.
Yeah,
to do it here.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Parnu naturally has rich history, and also I noticed this year quite a few Latvians have decided to come here, and this year this city has become the capital of the Baltic chess. Unfortunately, Riga Technology University Open was not organized this year, so yeah, in case the viewers you're watching this, you're wondering why you're not here. Well, it's still something you can try to fix because, as I understand, there's not only the main tournament, there's also more.
Yeah, we also have Rapid and Blitz, so we're going to be here the whole week. And if someone close by wants to come for a weekend, then yeah, they still can.
Awesome. I also might want to play myself, even though my results lately have dropped dramatically. Okay, so we are about to jump into the games. The round is running for about 1 hour.
Yeah.
I think it started right now. It's 5 p.m. here in Estonia. It started at 4 p.m. and we're gonna keep to this rhythm because I mean we just decided that there's not much to talk about in the opening phase, etc., and focus on the main stuff. But let's also talk about what the event is all about. And the main event, of course, is the Classical Open A.
Yeah, exactly. We have tried a few different formats, but the last couple of years we've decided to divide it for Open A and Open B so that there's easier possibilities or better possibilities to achieve title norms as well. So 2 separate classical tournaments, both of them play 9 rounds, and the time control is 90 minutes plus 30 seconds.
So no second time control.
Exactly, we're going to get some time
really
travels.
Nice. Yes. Time scrambles. I love it. Yes. I love it. Yeah. So 9 rounds, title norm possibilities, of course. This is not fast classical though.
Yeah.
One of my favorite time controls, to be honest. And here we see the prize fund for the main tournaments, A and B, and also, as you can see, the winner is going to walk away with very nice 2,500 euros. There's many prizes for best women, of course, best Estonians and seniors and juniors. And by the way, I heard that the women's section received quite a bit of a boost just before the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. We had some sponsors coming in who wanted to like sponsor exactly women's prize funds to maybe attract more women to play. And I think it's worked because I was counting and almost 1/4 of the players are female players. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Nice. Right. So here you see also quite a few prizes for the ladies right there. This is the reason, of course, one of the big reasons why players come here. But I think first and foremost, it's the beautiful city. There's so many spas. You know, when I checked in my hotel today, I saw so many people going to the spas.
Yes.
Like just unbelievable. Yeah, there's
Exactly.
it's a bit.
I mean, right now it's raining, so they can't go to the beach, but
Yeah.
they use the spas.
Yeah, the one thing about the weather, yeah, it's a bit.
It should be become nice from tomorrow. So,
right. Yeah. Okay, and here's our schedule for the event. As you can see, we're going to be streaming the entire week, and most of the days there's going to be double rounds, except of Thursday. So of course also today, and the tournament is gonna, at least the classical tournament, is gonna wrap up on August 1st. This, by the way, is the starting time of the rounds. We're gonna tune in 1 hour later, but yeah, that's the plan. And stick around, and the viewers, if you have any questions, use the chat, of course. Okay, so let's see if everything works. It works. Excellent. Okay. And well, we have quite a few grandmasters. So maybe just to give a bit of information to the viewers, who are they?
Yeah, exactly. Each year we're trying to maybe make the tournament a little bit stronger. So I think this is the first time we have a 2,600 plus player playing. So the first seed is Maxime Lagarde from France. And another goal of ours was to get that average rating of top 10 players to 2,500. I think it's 2,490 something, so we were close, but I think it shows that, there are a lot of strong players playing. A lot of GMs from very different countries. We have players from Lithuania, obviously, because it's also kind of close. We have some Latvians, Norwegians, Finnish players, Indians, Chinese. So, I think it's 25 different countries in total.
Wow, that's very, very impressive. Yeah, so. Well, I was actually thinking playing myself, but I couldn't resist doing the commentary instead. That's what I try to do these days. And here I see one camera is a bit stuck. I hope we're going to resolve this issue in a moment. So we have, for the moment, 3 cameras. There's this overview camera. We have camera feed from the first 2 boards, then the board 3 and 4. And maybe I'm simply going to follow the camera which works. So I believe this is board number 3.
Yep, board 3 and a little bit of board 4.
A little bit, yeah. So, all right. Okay, so I think we can probably start with the game.
Yep.
See what has happened. And Maxime Lagarde is the ELO favorite.
Exactly.
Okay.
A lot has happened, looking at the position.
Yeah,
so.
Quite a bit. I would love actually to show him on the camera, but it's for some reason, it's like this. Okay.
Well, at least people who don't know how he looks like now see how he looks like. Right. I'm sure most people do it, but
this is how it looks like. Incredibly sharp player. I had the honor to play with him a couple of times online. I really like him as a player because he's a big Dutch defense specialist, and every person who plays Dutch defense is automatically receiving my admiration. And he's playing with black against Darius Viškelis, a FIDE master from Lithuania. And I think he played something unorthodox. So I think we have the opportunity to go back. And let's see the first moves.
Okay.
G6, the modern defense. I think this is how they typically play in open tournaments.
When they need to win in the first round, against a weaker opponent.
Right. So d4, bishop g7, knight of 3, d6. Do you play with either color, this setup?
Not really. I mean, maybe if I really need to win and I really don't want to play. But I mean, sometimes I've played with white, but I'm usually a d4 player, so it just doesn't come up.
Right. Yeah, it's a tricky system. Of course, Engine always likes white's position,
Yeah.
2 pawns, etc. But actually, I believe one of the reasons why black plays this g6 and bishop g7, it's that nobody really has a real repertoire against modern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like everybody has against e4, of course, you play whatever you play. Sicilian, Caracan, against e4, you play whatever you play. But against this, it's like I can play knight c3, I can play c4, I can play f4, knight f3, I can play million setups, so you have to choose.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the few times that I've prepared it with white, I've been like, okay, I mean, it's like 0. Whatever, 7, 0.8 everywhere. Like, I maybe check it for 5 minutes and then I go to other openings. So, like, yeah, you just don't check it.
Well, yeah, I have played Dutch defense my entire life, so having a worse position after the opening for me, it's no issue. Yeah, so okay, knight c3. Knight c3, a6. Yeah, this is usually the tricky part because black plays a6 and he says, I want to play b5, I want to play bishop b7, and somehow pressure your pawn on e4.
Yeah, I've seen those pawns being lost like that, definitely.
Yeah. Was this the tiger variation called? There was this modern name. I mean, official name is the modern defense, but I think the Swedish grandmaster Tiger Hilda Persson, he popularized the setup from the black perspective, and hence the name Tiger variation.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So a4 cannot be a mistake, yeah? So kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Knight f6, a bishop g5. Okay, so this is the first committal move. The thing with this knight f6 is that white has to be a bit careful because normally you want to play bishop c4. As soon as you do this, you need to watch out for knight e4.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be an issue.
Maybe working.
And black somehow is having some counterplay, stuff like c5, queen a5, and suddenly your center's not so good, yeah?
A lot of imbalances as well.
Right. And also there's this bishop takes an f7 intermezzo move, takes, knight e4, rook f8, king g8, 2 bishops. I saw Dutch defense again.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, like it's gonna be some Dutch. But again, I think it was h4, h5, and white is better.
Okay, yeah.
But like it's really sharp. And bishop g5. What do you think about this move?
I mean, is it like provoking h6, kind of asking black if he's going there or not?
Yeah, he did provoke. It's precisely what happened. And I suppose you don't want to go here?
Yeah, I don't think so, really. That thing looks like that's kind of what black wanted, yeah?
Yeah, get the bishop pair, play c5, knight c6, open up the docks with bishop. Looks kind of logical. So that's why Darius played bishop e3.
It's kind of interesting, though, because I've seen it like you go bishop e3 earlier and then queen d2, and you try to exchange those things faster.
Here, yeah?
So, yeah. And
with queen d2. But wait, don't they actually play queen d2 long castle without a4?
Yeah, exactly. This is, I think, something I've seen.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I'm also thinking that maybe this is not the best because you play. I mean, I think that this entire sequence, it makes sense to do it like this: that you play, let's say here, and you play this long castle, and then you think about this bishop h6.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how I treat this position.
So maybe he tried to kind of play it safe with, like, going a4, so it was more like just preventing b5. So, but then
like maybe mixing 2 plans together. So bishop g5, bishop e3. Lagarde immediately went aggressive. Yeah, you don't want to give up this bishop. Queen d2, knight e3. Black is just very happy. Yeah. So he went here. Knight c6. There's some threats. Yeah, some threats immediately. h3. Ooh.
Okay. Stuff started happening.
Yeah. If you take it, black takes it. Yeah, Lagarde is really sharp.
But do you think that he kind of knew this thing, or he is also improvising?
I highly doubt it.
Okay.
So. I don't know. Like, I don't know how many modern defense games he plays, but I think it also makes sense to try to trick a low red to the opponent in some sharper game.
Yep.
So, like, he saw this opportunity, he took it. By the way, visually, it just looks really good for black. And
Yeah.
there's some problems.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how you defend the G4
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, maybe you don't. That's why Darius went here.
Mm-hmm.
95, 95, 95. All of this looks pretty reasonable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Queen d2, now black has issues to develop the king to the short
Mhm.
side. Bishop e6. Knight d5.
Hmm.
That doesn't feel right to me.
Maybe he got to a point where he was like, he doesn't have a good place to put his light squared bishop. He's not long castle looks a bit iffy, so he was just like trying to avoid knight c4 or something.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, maybe he was trying to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be looking probably at this position from a different angle. I would be thinking, how is black castling?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Castle short, I just take the pawn. If you play g5, I retract the bishop, play h4. And maybe bishop e2 looks fine. Somehow this 95, it doesn't feel right. And I think that Maxime was very happy with this because, like, white is making 1, 2, potentially 3 moves, part of arrows with the knight.
Yeah, and the bishop has already also made 3 moves. Yeah? The black
Right,
bishop,
yeah.
so.
Bishop, g5, f4. Oh, sorry, how many moves was it? Bishop, g5, e3, f4.
Yeah, all the squares he could go.
All the squares, legal squares, yeah. So c6, knight a3, and d5, which looks logical, by the way.
Yeah.
I would have thought some queen b6 maybe makes sense. We're not going to cheat, yeah? Are we going to cheat?
Maybe.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay, but that's not too easy.
Queen f6.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense. You push back the bishop, you castle alongside, I suppose.
Okay.
That was the engine's choice. But, oh, sorry, my bad. So what happened is c6, knight e3, d5. Takes. Suddenly this knight is really ridiculous. No, it's not right. He wants to keep the black king in the center.
Yeah.
Queen e7, takes, long castle, even though white is not doing so bad.
Yeah. I think it's kind of tricky because it's always the question whether it's an isolated pawn or it's a good pawn in the center taking away squares, yeah?
What's your take on that? So, Margaret, you have a choice to go for an IQP.
Yeah.
And this is what we call the isolated pawn, or you better don't. What do you do?
I mean, I play different like Catalan openings, and I'm very happy when I get with white that black has that pawn. So that's why I'm a little bit disappointed that the engine really doesn't like what white's position is right now. But I can also understand that, like, if black can actually use it as a good pawn, then yeah, it's actually annoying. But I do like playing against it usually.
And with it?
I want to get rid of it.
So you're one of those.
Yes.
One of those players. Okay. So my opinion is as follows. So I used to be quite skeptic. I was afraid of IQPs for many, many years. And then at some point, I just realized what I'm really afraid of. Because when you're playing against very good opposition and you get an IQP like an isolated pawn with black, but you get a lot of freedom to develop your pieces and no issues whatsoever, and all of this is for just one pawn, I realized it's a matter of mentality, really. Yeah, so I started not to care about it. So it was like a switch.
Yeah.
And also what helped is that engines, they don't really value these pawns as weaknesses.
Yeah, they're not impressed usually.
What is it? Yeah. So
yeah.
Okay, so I see. Yeah, so white was going after your idea, try to block this pawn. Looks logical. Knight c6, and now you can't stop it. d4 is incoming anyway.
Yeah. And sometimes I've also been like very disappointed because I figured out that the computer is like, oh, you just queue up the pawn and it's still not that bad. And I'm like, but my whole plan was to get this pawn. And now you're telling me it's still okay.
Yeah. That's the point. Exactly. So black can give up this pawn. And by the way, here he's actually doing this with all the comfort because look at this. D4. What happened here? If he takes it, Knight takes on d4. This king is weak.
Yeah, and the king on e7 is looking quite okay. So
yeah, rook c8, some knight b3 or bishop b3. What is somehow spiraling out of control here? And now c takes knight e4. The bishop is not where it belongs. So here, Vishkelis played knight c4, going for some counterattack at d takes on c3. Finally, we have arrived at the live position.
Yeah. Well, at least his plan with white, like going knight c4, trying to play for some activity. Also, I guess not caring about the pawn because it's essentially a pawn sacrifice, right? You're not getting it back.
Yeah. Does he want to sacrifice the exchange? What do you think?
Ooh.
No? I was thinking.
I mean, maybe it's even, you kind of have to, no? Because king d8, you take b7, yeah?
Yeah, let's try to sacrifice. It's not our exchange, yeah?
Exactly.
So takes. No, this pawn feels like a monster.
Yeah. If it survives, then it's... And I think it does. Yeah?
There should be something here. I am not immediately... Maybe some long castle.
No, you moved the king.
My king moved, yeah?
Yeah.
Rook d8. Some bishop f5, rook d6 threats. Let's say here, I saw this idea. I'm about to promote. And you play bishop d3, I take on d6, and I take on d1. Something like this.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, but then Vishkelis is in a big trouble.
Yeah, because his one idea was to go to knight d6, and if it's not even properly working, then...
So knight d6, rook d6, and taking the rook doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna take.
So gotta go.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I mean, probably...
King c2?
I mean, I'm scared of some rook c8s as well in that case, so...
Yeah, rook c8 is a monster move. Bishop f5 also looks very scary. By the way, there's also bishop f8, at least, if I'm running out of ideas.
Yeah, just get something back probably.
Oh, this looks really bad. No, for Vishkelis, this is bad news. I think he went for this position, like, he went bishop c5, king e8, and knight c4. He thought, you can't take on c3. There's going to be knight e6. You have to respond like bishop f8, rook d8, and boom, d takes on c3. A potential exchange sacrifice on the board.
Yeah. But I mean, with white, if you're not going knight d6, then what else are you even doing? Then you're just the pawn and kind of in position down because those bishops are...
These are very valid questions, of course. Like, I don't know, take on the... Yeah, but then... intermezzo.
Maybe 2 pawns down, yeah?
Yeah. Wow. This looks really bad for Vishkelis. Like, I think it started to go wrong somewhere here after the opening. Like, this position was pretty okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, my first instinct is just castle short. You cannot be totally wrong. Like, bishop e2, let's say knight c4. Okay, fine. Takes.
Now he can't castle.
I can't castle. Okay, maybe bishop e3. I cannot be worse.
Yeah. Which would actually make sense if he's like a lower rated player, try to exchange some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
this looks super logical, but yeah, 95, 93. This is why grandmasters are really so good. They immediately sense something is wrong with black's position. Even though Engine was saying this queen of 6, but d5 is so instructive. I love it. Yeah, because now, I mean, this knight on e3 is so bad.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. So really powerful play here by Lagarde.
I also like exchanging the queens. I think that was a good point.
This queen e7, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
This is very good. Yeah, top notch. Because, yeah, this queen on b4 was maybe something of Vishkelis was banking on, like to keep the black king in the center, attack the pawn. Maybe he was counting on some queen d7. Yeah, but queen e7, you would think that the stronger grandmaster wants to keep the queens on the board.
Yeah,
not always,
exactly. And especially, again, like if we come back to the playing with an isolated pawn, you're always told, like, don't exchange queens, don't exchange pieces when you have an IQP. And then he does it and it works. So.
Yeah, well, that's a bit disappointing for Vishkelis, but a great start here for Maxime Lagarde. So he's looking in great shape.
Yeah.
I think we're going to simply select another game.
Yep.
Where the second board is Valery Kozakowski.
He's
playing against...
Martin Maddens.
Martin Maddens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's here with his friends. So
Who,
yeah.
Valerie or Martin?
Martin. I think there's like 4 of them. They came together with their friends. So yeah, it's a nice place to come. Valerie has been here quite a few times. I
Let me
think he's
see
here
if I
with
can
his...
get them here on the camera. They're in the back. Yeah,
In the back.
unfortunately the camera gets frozen. There's nothing I can do about it. So maybe during the break we're gonna try to fix it in some way. So here you see this is they're sitting there in the background silently. And yeah, Valerie. Also, I saw quite a few Lithuanian grandmasters coming, and I'm wondering where are the Latvian grandmasters? Okay, one of them is here.
I'm wondering the same thing. No, but yeah, I think that because we were also supposed to have another Lithuanian grandmaster, so there was supposed to be a lot of them, and I'm thinking maybe it's like because probably a lot of them are going to play the Olympiad as well. So I think it's a good time to have a preparation tournament for the Olympiad. And if you can't play in the Riga tournament, then Estonia is kind of close, right?
Well, I don't know what's the reason.
Mm.
I know why I'm not playing. Actually, yeah, like I had a very busy summer.
Yeah.
So with this event, for me, the summer essentially concludes. I don't know why Nikita Meshkov or Tom Constantine they're not playing. I heard that Tom was planning to play somewhere in Canada, but was it around this time? He loves Canada for some reason.
Yeah, a lot of Latvians go there. I've seen a lot of Latvians.
Yeah, I mean we started to go there like when was this? We went all of us, all the grandmasters. This was like year 2023, was it? It was really nice. Yeah, so it feels a bit special. But anyway, yeah, like they're missing here, unfortunately. And this is the game of Kozakowski with the white collar. By the way, he recently qualified for the FIDE World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played really well in the European Individual Championships. So Valerie's in a great shape, always around sort of 2600.
Yeah, I think his rating is it's almost 2600, right?
Yeah. Okay. So before we delve into the position very deeply, what is this? What are we looking at?
Another IQP. The first thing I see. Also, the king is not where it usually is. White's king, yeah.
The king is an f2, but it's surprisingly quite safe, right?
Yeah. As long as e3 pawn is gonna survive and not be a weakness or exchanged. So.
Yeah. Also, the pawn in f3 feels to be very critical, taking away squares for the knight. And black would love to have some pressure here.
Yep.
But yeah, this bishop on b1 is really weird.
Yeah. It's also like white's pieces are kind of looking at black's king, but also I don't realistically see how anything would immediately happen there. Like you don't have a dark squared bishop. If I would have a dark squared bishop on b2, I would say I have a really good attack. Yeah. But that bishop is kind of...
No, I agree. I completely agree with you there. I think that black is fine. I actually would like to play this position also with black. I do not see if he's doing terribly wrong.
Yeah.
And I would be thinking maybe if I want to like stir up things at the king side, it would have to be some g4, g5. But even this has to be prepared. And on top of that, I could sacrifice.
Exactly, some tactics.
Yeah, some knight g4, knight e3 attacks. I think Martin is doing really well here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a double-edged position, right? So probably also Valerie is not that unhappy that he got double-edged position against a weaker opponent.
Yeah, we can probably check how did they get there. 1 hour and 12 minutes versus 46. So
that says something as well, probably.
Yeah, it spells a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. d4, c4, queen's gambit declined. a6, the Chebanenko. I mean, you know, I remember this, Margaret. I was studying the Chebanenko and the Yanovsky line. Like, I remember there was some beautiful courses. You know, like the courses were like, for example, after knight f3, knight f6, while we'll play knight c3, I will play a6. And I think I studied the course of Max Warmerdam on Chessable. I bought the course because I was a bit too lazy to investigate myself. There's all kinds of combinations for black, for white here. Yeah, like you can play c5, you can play e3, you can play g3, etc., etc., etc. But you know what in reality, in practice, like 99% of the time happens. As soon as you play e6, white almost always takes on d5. Yeah. So all of this is like useless.
I know. I played that with black as well, and I have experienced the same thing.
It's always like this. Like it's the same with the Chebanenko. As soon as you play e6, it means black is hinting towards d-rex on c4, b5. Yeah. White just doesn't care. White doesn't care about those sidelines. He just immediately plays c-rex on d5, and he says, well, you just wasted the tempo for a6.
Yeah. I think it's maybe a little bit similar to the previous opening, because it's like white probably doesn't really prepare that heavily against a6, so it's just like, okay, I don't want to deal with some funny stuff, so I will just play it safe and say I have a positionally somewhat.
Yeah, because here normally white doesn't play c6 on d5.
Yeah.
Even though I saw Georg Pedersen, by the way, one of the Estonian players, he consistently plays against me. Last year I was playing, I think it was last year in Estonia, he consistently would play against me c6 on d5, like this. Oh, and even this is okay according to an engine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you just go for some simple stuff, bishop before e3, whatever, not ideal. But after a6, kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's not the only move, of course. Okay. Something from here, like, if I have to pause, feel free. Yeah. I have very vague memory about these lines.
I mean, it's, kind of same, actually. Like, I've played it a couple of times. I play it still, like, from time to time, but I don't think there is, as long as, like, there are some tricks with white, but as long as black doesn't, like, blunder some tricks,
yeah,
it should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, this a6 is not such a bad move anyway. Yeah. It feels like a waste of time, but very often you need to control the square.
Yeah.
And I think that black also can play c5, knight c6 and Tarrasch, but black decided not to. He played bishop d6, here, castles, bishop d3. Okay, but logical. Yeah. Takes, of course, take with h-pawn.
Oh, so he took immediately.
Or
maybe he didn't have any... Okay, he can go...
Oh, I think he can do something.
He can do c6, and then probably white decides something with his knight.
Yeah, like you could do this, rook e8. But then you have some issues to develop the queenside knight.
Yeah, exactly. That's what maybe he was just thinking, that he's going to run out of useful moves.
Well, he could still play like knight c6 and knight e7. I'm sure that black has plenty of opportunities here, but this feels very committal.
Yeah, because usually it's like, at least I'm always kind of scared to take those g3 bishops before white has indicated that they're definitely going to castle.
There's immediately a trick, by the way.
Yeah.
Like if black goes here, you could actually get in trouble. It's really nice.
Yeah.
There's no bishop f5. There's no defense. You walk away, you just get checkmated.
Yes, in 12 moves.
In 12 moves, exactly, yeah. What's the worst loss for you ever? Like in amount of moves where you had to resign early?
Actually, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Because I don't think I had any complete disasters from the opening. I mean, okay, if we're not counting being like a complete...
Not like Karpov, who once lost, I think, in 12 moves.
No, I don't think so. I've gotten bad positions, but I think that I haven't resigned under 15 moves, I think.
Most of my worst losses, I think they happened in a dream. I think I would normally have some nightmares, some blundering a piece or a queen or something like that.
Yeah, I never actually have chess nightmares.
Really?
I feel really lucky because I've heard horrible stories.
No, just recently I had this dream where it was a nightmare. I was playing against this talented kid from Latvia, and he outplayed me in a losing position. I was so upset about this. I remember, and I woke up very unhappy about the fact that he had tricked me in a dream.
And now he doesn't even know it, but now
he doesn't know it, but I know
you don't want to play against him anymore.
No, I'm so gonna crush him the next time I'm gonna play.
Okay.
Because of the dream. Yeah, anyway, 92. Okay. Not knight f3. Strange,
yeah,
right?
Interesting.
I would have thought this is a really great square.
Yeah, because I'm not fully sure what the knight is doing enough. I mean, okay, of course it's still in kind of active knight, but he's going there. Okay, then
I think
that
so.
Makes more sense, yes.
I mean, this is it's a very common setup. The knight on c3, knight on e2, bishop on d3, the queen's gambit, the client exchange variation. Like I made the viewers, you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. My boot camp, number 50, I think. or talk about a setup, but it's a bit different structure.
Yeah.
This is not the same.
Yeah.
This is
Or
not
even like maybe the knight on c3, I could have imagined going like later going back to e2 and then to somewhere if the other one goes to f3
here,
and then to e5 and then you just maneuver a little bit with the knights.
I agree. Yeah, I thought this looks a bit more natural. Actually, in the original IQP, what I'm talking about, not IQP, in the original Queen's Gambit, the client exchange variation, there's a very good reason why white avoids knight f3. So you're watching this, you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the bootcamp. I explain everything. You haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen the bootcamp.
I know it.
I have some ideas what you probably will be talking about in that, but
if we are gonna get at least one of the Queen's Gambit client Carlsbad, I'm gonna mention it. I promise. I promise. I promise. Okay. Oh, there he played knight c6.
Okay, so he was aware of some of the ideas.
Yeah. Queen e7, forcing the king go here. Knight b4 and c5. Actually, I like the way he plays. I look at this, and Kozakowski doesn't even automatically accept the IQP. He's like, I understand that the integrity of the position is far more important than this IQP. Also, like, very, very mature thinking. Knight d2, rook c1, and this is the position.
Okay.
Let me see if I can reboot the camera, and I can't, probably.
It might be that you have to, somehow log into the thing again.
Yeah. All right. Okay, you are not supposed to see that. Let me see if I can fix this.
Because the camera itself works. So.
Yeah, just a second. I really, really wanted to show this on camera. I can't. All right, don't worry about it. We're going to fix it a bit later. So, this is the position that we're seeing. The viewers, by the way, how are you doing? I see you're writing something in the chat. Some questions about IQP. You have to watch my boot camps, 2 of them. How to play with IQP, how to play against IQP. All right. Which side are you picking? I already know the answer, Margaret.
Yeah, with the previous talk, it would make sense for me to want to play against IQP, right? But here, like, I actually do like what Black has done. Like, when we were looking at the moves, it made sense what he was doing.
Yeah. So, like, I think he wants to play rook d8 and push d4.
Yeah, there are plans. And also, probably the fact that Valeri went with the rook to c1 indicated that he didn't really believe that white has an attack. Because the rook was on h1, right?
Right.
We were discussing maybe some g4, g5, but he didn't apparently kind of believe in it.
Yeah, but then the question is, why is he playing rook h to c1 and 1 a bishop c2?
Maybe black goes back knight b4.
But I kind of don't mind a trade. But maybe he doesn't know where to put the bishop because... wait a second. I can play rook c1.
Oh, there are some tricks. Yeah.
Some cheapos.
Okay, so I have to trade then?
No, but then I'm so happy, no? Like,
I don't know. Before he didn't want to trade it, right? Because the knight went to b4 and he went to bishop b1.
Oh, wait. You're right. No, where was this?
So it was... okay, it was...
No, it was a bit different.
Earlier. Okay, yeah.
A bit different. Black is not committed to c5. He wanted to take on d3. Oh, sorry. My bad. So this position, d takes, knight e2. Now this is strange. Now this is strange. Like, I agree with you said, Margaret, that Kozakowski probably realized that this rook on h1 doesn't contribute to the attack, but why not bishop c2? I don't know. It looks supernatural. Maybe there was some problems with rook d8. But even here, like even knight e4. And he takes on d4. I think ultimately, at some point, he's going to be quite happy to go for something like this. The bishop is a bit passive. I have better bishop. Some future g4. Some unpleasant endgame.
Yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well.
But he was moving kind of fast, right? So
He was.
Either he's confident, he has some plans, or sometimes it might be like in the first round that the strong players, they're just maybe a little bit tired. They're just hoping that it will be an easy game, but
Yeah. What is that noise there?
that's a great question.
There's some background noise.
Somebody started some constructions.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, wait.
Oh.
Now he played rook d1.
So he's doing some tricks. I'm not sure I fully understand the tricks.
It's strange. It just feels strange. Like, the one thing which is usually hardest to explain to a viewer or a student is the sense of harmony. Like, when all of your pieces somehow connect together, it looks logical. Right? Yeah. That's why immediately I could tell from the previous game where Vishkelis was playing against Lagarde, like 95-90 just feels weird because like there's no sense of harmony in the position. And also now Kazakovsky's rook c1, rook d1, with the bishop on b1, with the king on f2, it somehow doesn't click together. But I understand what he wants. Like, I think he wants to play knight e4, trade the knights, trade the queens.
Take with the rook, and then, then it actually becomes a weakness.
Yeah, but all of this is so slow.
So, would I actually want to get my knight with black to, like, I'm thinking of knight e5, trying to get to c4 with tempos to have the actual attack against the e3 pawn?
Super logical. I'm thinking my first thought process was, since you're so slow, you have underdeveloped pieces, how about I break the position with d4?
Oh.
I was thinking, maybe it works. Like, I thought, if you take it, maybe I can do some funny stuff here. But probably doesn't work, The bar says it doesn't work. I just wanted to somehow open up the position. The king here feels a bit vulnerable. You have some pieces.
Yeah.
Well, apparently not. Well.
Oh. Now that I started thinking about the 95. I actually like that. Yeah, because you can't go b3. Yeah. You can't, because I was thinking, maybe white goes b3 and then there's like nothing much. Because I can't, but yeah, exactly. This. Oh, okay. It's not. Yeah. Okay, computer is not impressed.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. It feels very scary, but probably there's some very concrete stuff. Yeah, queen is under attack. You can't do this, but it's a nice idea. This 95. And Martin might be thinking about this.
That's maybe the thing. He might be thinking about it for a long time. And those 40 minutes are going to take down.
But he really needs to increase the speed because, that's the time control. I think actually when you get to like 40 minutes or 30 minutes left, you're essentially playing rapid.
Yeah. Do you have like usually some kind of, I don't know, idea in your own mind that you're like, for move 20, I want to have this amount of time for move, something like that?
I think this is usually what I do for second time control. Like when I know that there's extra half an hour coming, then I try to somehow follow it. But for this, I think my main rule would be this time control where there's nothing else coming after 40 moves. I would just try not to fall behind too much against my opponent. I would try to stay ahead always, like good 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because you feel extra confidence. But Martin is thinking, while he's thinking, we're going to check another game, which I believe we have on the screen. Some part of viewers, we cannot fix the camera for the timing. It was working before coverage. It was working. We just started the stream and
I
that's
think
it.
we just have to refresh it probably at some point, but we can do it during the break.
I'm going to try to do. Okay, so let's switch to the next game. Anna Gasek against Zheng Shenk.
Oh, it's Anna. Okay, it's actually, I think her name now is Anna Jakubowska, so it's Krzysztof Jakubowski's wife. But maybe there is her old name or something.
Oh.
So, because it quite definitely is Krzysztof's wife.
Right. Well, I met them before the round.
Yeah. I mean, they are here for, I don't know, maybe the third year?
No, not the entire family, but with one kid. Yeah?
Yes, last year as well, and the year before that, they came with the small kid. So I think Anna was watching the kid, and then Krzysztof played. But this year, they came with a kid who is also playing. So I think it's really nice.
Yeah, I love it. Through chess family.
Yeah.
And with black is Zheng Cheng Zheng.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about him, but he's a strong grandmaster.
Yeah, from China. He's playing for the first time. So
Yeah.
I also don't know too much about him, but I think he also came with 2 of his students. So he's also probably a coach because two girls from China are also, and they came together.
Okay. Nice. Would be great to hear something from them, maybe in some interview. We're gonna see if we're gonna make it happen. This is the camera, the only one which is working at the time. Also, by the way, you can see in the background there's board number 4.
Yep.
That's what we see. Haru Krishnan is playing against
Ivan Trosel.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the position. What are we seeing?
Well, Black's king is an F8. That's the first thing I see.
Okay. But this must be some Grand Prix attack, right?
Yeah.
Feels like some sort of a Grand Prix. What has sacrificed the pawn?
For that attack, I guess.
Looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, the clock situation is also pretty even.
Yeah.
Might be no direct way to get to the opponent. After knight g5, I guess there's some g4 stuff. And black probably has the time to respond some knight e4 or h6. Okay. Do you play the Grand Prix?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was the candidates tournament, was it? When Prague demolished Anishgiri. But this was not a clean Grand Prix. This was some sort of a improved Grand Prix. Yeah, so even at the highest level, it's very much playable. D3.
Oh, interesting. Well order.
Yeah, because typically white plays knight of 3, d4. You don't play e4, do you?
Like once a year. So
what's the occasion? Why once a year?
Because if I know that my opponent does something that I actually like and know, but if there's some complicated Sicilians, then well, I'm not a full-time chess player. I don't have the time to learn the theory. So yes.
Okay. D3, not the complicated Sicilian. And g3, the closed Sicilian, yeah?
But that's what I'm thinking. Usually it's like white can't be this slow because black can do something with d5 immediately. But here, then either here or after g3 immediately doesn't...
Here, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a very logical question, of course. I can only assume that white... I don't know. Maybe white doesn't mind if queen trade. Like, even if you do this, I'm going to hide my king. Okay. Even though it might be some very forcing line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can't get there easily. Or maybe white wants to play like knight e2. Yeah, you can definitely play like this with black. Some kings in defense with colors reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he decided to...
Yeah, because typically this is how white plays. Yeah, knight c3.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
this.
Yeah.
Not d3 immediately.
Yeah. And I've been taught that as a Sicilian player, like if you can go d5, there is no like, you should be probably happy about it most of the time.
Yeah, he decided not to.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. Now knight c3. Knight h3.
Okay. Is this a thing or are they... Yeah.
Yeah, this is how they play.
Okay.
I think actually it's a great weapon for some accelerated time controls. Just to have simple plan, push forward, see what happens. Like white wants to play castles, a 4g4, 5g5. Somehow there's a mate. Black is not developed in the king side yet. This rook b8, b5.
Yeah, those positions I've seen, and played with black, but not with the knight on h3. This is...
Yeah. I think also one of the reasons why black doesn't play here knight f6 is that as soon as you do this is more like a Pirc idea or modern defense idea. it gives you an idea to trade the bishops.
Yep.
On h6. So
this idea I've seen.
I think in Pirts they also do this. Yeah, to keep the
Yeah.
bishop, or maybe the modern, to
Yeah.
keep the knight on g8, to slow down your idea to trade the bishops.
And then some black kind of waits until white goes f4, and then you can go knight f6. And yeah.
But he did not. Yeah.
Not even. Yeah.
Now there's the rearranging of the knight. A lot of moves with the knight.
Yeah. But so he wants something concrete then.
And also stop c3. I suppose
Yeah.
this was the big idea for white, yeah. So all of this, he wants to play c3, d4.
Yep.
Black stops it. You play c3. You probably drop a pawn.
Yeah.
So it's a big battle for pushing c3. Rook b1, still c3, probably. No c3. It's a bit interesting.
No, but now c3 would have blundered something, yeah? No?
Are you sure?
No, but
Oh no.
I mean, I'll take with the knight and then take
you're
with the
right.
rook. Yes.
You're totally correct. I thought I'm gonna have some intermezzo, but I don't.
Yeah,
so,
because the bishop is on c8, yeah. So it's another way to feel like.
So rook b1 was just a defensive move to defend the pawn. Okay. And that's why she went for a 5, because you want to do something there. Open up the king side. I love the spirit. Check. Nice check. Because bishop d7 allows you to play knight f5. And knight g7. This just ruins your pawn structure. Like queen e2 or rook e1 or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
So king f8. And knight g5. Okay.
This is... I actually admire like her doing the pawn sacrifice, going for the attack against a stronger opponent.
Well, I'm not really gonna probably reveal any secret. Like, this is the only real way to play.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I think that, like, I'm speaking from the higher rated player's perspective.
Yeah.
That's the thing that higher rated players don't like the most.
Yeah.
When low rated players charge at them with no risk because they have nothing to lose. And it's a very good feeling for them, but not so good feeling for the professional, because like when you go for some dashing attack, like let's say you're the low rated player against professional, you literally don't care if it's going to work or not, but the professional does care. Yeah, like so it's not the best feeling. So I think that it's the right strategy. I like it how Anna plays here.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. So the viewers, please also let us know how you're feeling today. I saw some comments by Jesse, James. Hello guys, everybody who's watching this. We just started to do the coverage, in case you just joined, for the Paul Keres Memorial. Only the first hour. This is Margaret. She's helping me with the commentary, and I'm hoping you're having some fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do we go from here? We have one more game?
Yeah, I think maybe let's
check one more game.
Let's check one more game.
How many?
We have 10 live boards. We have
10 live boards.
So do we want to go next board,
Yeah,
or do we want to...
Let's go next.
Sure. Yes, sounds good.
Let's keep it in the same order.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks logical. Okay.
Okay, so that's a bit different.
That's the in the background. That's the game.
Yeah. So we can see they exist.
They exist. They're shaking. They're right there.
Exactly. When time trouble comes, we can see the legs. We can see how nervous they are.
Well, yeah. Okay. That's the current position. Hare Krishnan plays with white. Ivan Trossel plays for black. Hare Krishnan is the ELO favorite. But it doesn't feel he has anything here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, the bishop and the knight is kind of the imbalance, but I wouldn't say that the knight is worse than the bishop here, really. So it's a pretty good knight.
That's not a bad knight at all.
Yeah.
And I think it also comes with some immediate threats to take on the pawn on b3.
Like, I could see maybe white trying to do something on the king side with the majority, trying to, I don't know, scare black a little bit. there can still be some mating nets.
How do you want to do
somehow.
that?
I don't know.
at
Go
H5.
go F5. Hope to go G6 at some point or F6. Yeah, exactly. And probably I understand objectively it shouldn't work, but on the other hand, what else if white wants to win? What else are they gonna do?
Also, black can just play king E7.
True. Yeah, that's maybe easier. Black doesn't really have any weaknesses.
I think here Ivan is doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to investigate. My beloved Reti. Yeah, it's one of the classical setups. D4.
Okay, so we got to main Catalan.
I personally prefer D3 lately.
Yeah.
It's in my chessable course, Reti Simplified.
See, it's so nice if you have a course or a bootcamp for everything and we talk about it and you're like, yeah, see.
I do have basically
Yes.
for most. Like if I have not written a course, I have made either a bootcamp or I have made some video series already all about. Yeah, so
that's impressive. Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm trying to do some stuff. So the Catalan.
We got back to Catalan. Yes.
This is your main weapon.
Yeah, at least has been over the years.
Okay. So the Neiksans C4. That's the main continuation.
Yep.
Queen C2. A6.
Yeah.
A4. Pretty standard.
Sounds, yeah, I guess it's like the main line still. So
here, Queen C4, Bishop C6.
5.
All of this is normal, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I guess here you can kind of just choose where you go with white's queen, but it doesn't make that much difference.
And Queen C1.
Yeah.
How would you explain to a casual viewer what on earth is white doing? Because, like, how would you explain, like, to new chess fan, why these good players, 2500, they're spending so many moves with queen? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 moves with a queen.
Well, I guess in this position, the idea is also that black is, they don't have that much. Like, white has still a bit more space, and black would want to go c5. So a lot of white's moves are kind of against that. So that's why the queen wants to stay on the c line to not allow black to go c5. That's defended. Yeah, and basically that's what we're gonna kind of see, whether black can do that or cannot. Because if black can't, then they don't have really too many good squares to put their other pieces. White's gonna bring out their knight. If you can go e4 at some point, like you'll be really happy, and black just runs out of space. But
so it's essentially a battle for space.
Yeah.
Okay. And also what I would add from my end, I think that Queen C2 is pretty smart because the bishop on D5 feels better than on E4.
Yeah.
You want to play knight C3, your idea either to kill the bishop or play E4.
Yep.
And after bishop E4, Queen C1, now the bishop on E4 feels kind of more loose.
Yeah.
Okay. So knight C6 was played. Knight D2. Offering a pawn, which I presume black cannot take. Because if you do, what actually happens? Probably some intermezzo move.
Yeah. But there's some... okay, and queen d5 doesn't win anything because you're exactly protecting everything.
Nice trick. And probably white ends up with a better pawn structure.
Yeah. Yeah, the e6 pawn now is actually going to be a weakness.
3 pawn islands, 2 pawn islands. According to some general guidelines, the less pawn islands you have, the better. Well, that's why bishop takes on f3 happened. Takes. No, wait, but this cannot be right. But this position is really great for white because now you have the center and the bishop pair.
Yeah, and you're going to go e4. Like, black doesn't even have the pieces anymore to defend against e4, really.
Right.
I mean, not like immediately, obviously, but like at some point I can... Oh, okay, it's not
E3, very modest. I would have played like rook d1, maybe some e4.
D1, yeah.
Okay. Knight b4, rook d1 now. It's a bit strange. E4.
Okay, some intermediate moves.
Yeah. Oh, white was definitely better.
Yeah, this looks good.
Nice, quiet, protecting the queen side.
Yeah.
Oh, they made a lot of moves already.
Yeah.
So
They had
rook,
very little pieces left. So.
very few pieces. Yeah, knight e7, bishop h3. Oh, there's your Margaret, your idea. To go for the checkmate. Black said no. And I'm not so sure I like White's position so much anymore.
Oh.
Ooh,
Nice.
he
Kind of
missed
that. Yeah.
This was the idea.
Yeah, nice.
It's a fork. Beautiful shot by Ivan. So that's why King G2 was a mistake. I think you had to do something else, like bishop f1 maybe. Control the d3 square, put the bishop on c4, then play King G2. So
and this actually makes sense, yeah, because the bishop on h3 is not doing so much, so it would kind of make sense to maybe get it to the other side. Also, so black can't go b5 or anything at any point, anyways.
I agree. Yeah, bishop f1, bishop c4, then play King G2.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently White is much better. But what happened is he missed the c5. He can't trade the queens now.
No,
Now black put back the knight on d3. And on c5 and e5.
Okay.
Wow. Well. Is the pawn under attack?
That's. I mean, okay, it leads to some type of exchanges, yeah. But
have to check.
Yes, exactly. Who does it favor?
Rook d7 is knight c5 with the tempo, so it's got to be
e6. Yeah.
Some sort of e6.
Yeah. Oh, and you can't. Oh, but this is actually nice. You can't take it, and then I want to go to e7
and promote.
Well, if it would be that easy, then yes.
Well, actually, it looks pretty scary.
Yeah, maybe I have to go like, but I also don't want to go king f8, right? It feels weird. So.
And this does not make a lot of sense. I might go here, and here. Even though black is up a pawn, somehow his pawn structure has seen better days.
Yeah. I guess it might be that maybe black holds somehow, but I would be scared for sure. Like, even now, black can get checkmated somehow.
Yeah, this bishop. The knight is feeling pretty useless, even though, according to Ninja, all of this is still fine, by the way. So he can do this.
But I think he has time, so he can actually think whether white is, or whether the grandmaster is bluffing or not, right? So he has.
What would you do? This is your position. You're playing with black. You have 1 hour. What's your decision?
I think, like, I would probably think for quite a bit there, but if I would realize that, okay, I get to the position that we got to, and I would be like, okay, this is double-edged, I would also think it from this perspective that I don't think I've done anything wrong with black, really. I don't have a bad position, so it's not even that, like, I have to take the pawn, otherwise I'm, like, suffering. I would just try to do something else. If I bring my king to the center, it's not like white's e5 move is a winning threat or anything, right? So I still have a very healthy position, and then probably taking the rook and pawn is actually a threat.
Yeah, I completely with you there. Like, I think king f8, king e7. My mindset would be as follows. I'm not sure about knight b3. It's very tempting. I can't walk past it.
Yeah.
Like, I think the reason would be, since my opponent allowed me to do this, I cannot do this. This is very wrong. Like, I would have to check. Why is he allowing me to do this? Then like, aha, now I figured it out.
Yep.
I'm calculating this sequence. I'm thinking it's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking king f8, king e7 looks more natural. And then my logic is, from these moves, which is a bigger likelihood that one of these moves is a mistake?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely rook d1, knight b3. So king f8, king e7 doesn't really spoil anything. It's just a good move. So yeah, I probably would like look at this for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, and that's
because you also kind of have to look at it a little bit, at least.
Yeah, you have to. Like, you have to, because
if
otherwise
it works, then it's just stupid. If
imagine this. Right? Yeah, you're having this discussion with your opponent after the game, or even worse, you go to with a training session with your coach, and the coach asks you why you didn't take the pawn on b3. No, yeah, no idea, no clue.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. So there needs to be some kind of a decision. Okay, all right. So this is the start, the viewers. We are right now live from Parnu, Estonia. The only first day of a very long week. There's 9 rounds of classical chess, a lot of commentary, a lot of blah blah from me and Margaret here. So I hope you're enjoying the coverage so far, but we're going to make a very short break from here. Try to fix the cameras in the meantime, but the viewers take some refreshments. I will be seeing you very shortly after the break. Stay tuned. We're back, the viewers, live from Parnu in Estonia, following the 7th edition of Paul Keres Memorial. I'm Arturs. This is Margaret. We are your hosts for this amazing event. I'm doing it already for the second year in a row.
Yep.
And let's continue.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So the viewers also write some comments in the chat section. Any questions you want to ask about Paul Keres or Estonian chess, about Margaret or me, I don't know, just feel free. But I think we have managed to fix the cameras. Let me see. There you go.
We see the
It
playing
works.
hall.
Yes, this is the playing venue.
We started setting it up yesterday in the morning.
Yeah, tell maybe something a bit more about it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the whole festival, it's a little bit like a family thing. We've started doing it with, my dad is the chief organizer and I've been helping, my brother's been helping. We have, I think now that we've grown so much, we are like including a lot of other people as well. But yeah, I think this is the core that we all want to do it well. And of course, it's not our main job, but we're just doing it for the whole year. And then, yeah, I think we're trying to improve every year. And that's that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Personally, from the Latvian chess community, very grateful for the event because I know it's so hard to organize.
It is. I have learned so much over the years.
I believe you.
Yes.
I believe you. By the way, E6, it happened.
As we were discussing that he should not maybe go for that. It would be risky. He's not scared, yeah?
He's not scared. He's not scared, and he's going for this line. That's the board number 4. I think we can see them on the camera.
Yep.
There, right there. Kind of in the background. I'm not sure you can really see the position there, but it should be E6. He looks pretty relaxed. No? If that's the board. That's the board, right? Board number 4.
Yep. But it's the other way around, right? I think the grandmaster is the one who looks relaxed. And then
from
the blue shirt is the grandmaster.
From this angle, I can't really understand. Anyway, okay. So I leave it up to you, Margaret. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to the top boards? Or you want to first give some love to the other games we haven't checked yet?
I think maybe let's try to go back because probably something has already happened. And I mean, we have 10 live games, so we can see at some point, but I see some action has happened, so
all right.
maybe let's go back to the first one.
All right, let's do that.
The last time we left it, we kind of liked what Maxime Lagarde had been doing, and well, it looks like at least the computer likes it even more. So, if not completely winning according to that.
Yeah, and here's the camera, which is now working, and you can see Maxime is standing up. He's looking at some other games, and Darius is not liking what he has done. We also don't like it.
Yeah. So I mean, okay, it's a pawn down if we just count the pieces, but I don't think it's all about the pawn, yeah?
Yeah, and Black is having a lot of activity here. Do we go back a bit?
Yeah, let's see what happened.
Okay.
I don't think it's been that many moves, actually, so...
No, I think this is where we left it, and I think he realized that 96 is not a thing.
Yeah.
Or like, maybe he didn't even calculate this, or maybe he did. You just also trust the judgment your very strong opponent, that if he allows this, then probably there's going to be an exchange sec.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happened. There was this trade. And rook d1 takes on c3. And now Black is just trying to activate the pieces. Yeah, I guess you cannot ever really win this pawn back.
Yeah, I think there will be some pins and things.
I actually want to check it. Right here. Can I win a pawn?
Okay, well, we gotta try at least.
Yeah.
And now the question is that knight getting kind of trapped, or is it gonna survive?
Probably some check. Okay, maybe without the check, yeah.
Yeah, because it might actually be useful to have rook d8 that pins the king at some point.
Yeah, but even this is...
I still wanna...
That's the idea.
Yep.
Sorry, what you were saying?
No, yeah, I wanted to trap the knight somehow, but this is even more concrete.
I think we did it.
Yep.
Now here, if you take it, that's a check. That's another check.
Oh, you wanted to go to h here, not d5.
Yeah, also d5 was also no, by the way. Yeah, so it's also good. And if you defend, there's going to be a pin. Feels a bit too much.
Yeah, those exchanges are not gonna end well.
And that's why he didn't do this. He decided to minimize the damage, just be down a pawn, but yeah.
The damage has been already kind of done, so it's...
looks pretty severe to me.
Yeah. And again, Black's king is also in the center, but there is nothing happening against that king, so compared to with like White's king, I would still be scared about the pins and some attacks. So.
Yeah, so now he's going for some tricks. But wait, the knight is hanging. Can you take it?
Okay, simplifying.
Takes the idea, if you take, I take. I get that. But what about this? Ah, wait, but then I don't attack this bishop anymore.
Yeah.
I try to be smart, but... And if I take, you take.
Yeah, just try to kind of play it simple. And some rook e4 at some point.
Rook
e2, try to get the a4 pawn.
How about you immediately attack it?
Oh, so maybe we're just losing it immediately, yeah? Okay, it might be that easy.
No, I don't know, maybe this is also very good. Yeah, it also looks... you just defend this.
Yeah, that was the point, but it was not even attacking. Okay.
No, but I think this is actually a bit more concrete, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Bishop c5. So it's quite forcing line, and yet Maxime is not doing this. He played 97 and he says, I want more.
Yeah, well, He's developing his knight, yeah. Can't be that bad.
Yeah, but this was a pretty forcing line, yeah? So
Yeah,
takes, you can't take the take on f1. You take it, I take it, you take it, I go here. Super forcing.
That's true.
Okay, maybe there's some check. King d7. I don't know.
Maybe his logic is that he just wants to win kind of immediately now. Because this is probably black is still gonna, or like white is still gonna play and not resign, and then we're maybe gonna be here for another, I don't know, at least some time, but maybe he sees something more concrete.
Fair point. Yeah, you're right. I think this makes perfect sense. Like he believes that his position is so good that he could win on the spot.
Yeah.
Knight b6 was just played. He might just do that. Look at the speed, how quickly he plays. Did I see bishop c5 on the camera? No, bishop c3. Does he see some checkmate? King a3 probably?
Yeah, I think you have to go there, yeah.
And maybe he wants to take him some b5, b4? What does he want, actually? Where's the checkmate web? a5? No. Where's the mate? Bishop d2? No. Where's the mate?
I'm not sure there is a mate. Because now you have to do something. I mean, your rook is hanging, so you like.
Wait, this feels like a puzzle.
Okay, he is solving it for us.
Knight b6, bishop b6, and then what? Obviously, black is winning, yeah? Like he has an extra pawn.
Yeah. He can still simplify kind of into the similar position, right?
But judging by the speed, Maxim has figured things out.
Yeah.
Bishop b. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's a big move. Rook c3, rook c2, monsters bishops. The king is wide open. Oh, that's a move that Darius did not want to see.
Yeah. So there is kind of a checkmate, yeah.
Yeah. Well, quite a flawless game.
Yeah, I mean, dream start for him playing with black, getting a relatively easy game, I would assume, getting a good position from the opening, also still having quite a bit of time, so the game is not going to be 5 hours. Yeah, probably gets white for tomorrow against a stronger opponent for the morning round, so he must be happy.
He must be happy. Well, he probably is, and if he is happy, then we are going to simply move on to the second game.
Yep.
Maybe these players are less happy. Valery Kazakowski against Martin Madens. That's the game we checked.
Yeah, this was the little bit weird game. Whoa, what?
Something.
I just might be your computer that is.
Oh, wait a second. The later bar is a bit confused. Like I thought there's no way you're doing so badly, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the guys in the background.
Yep, we can actually see them. So.
Yeah. So that would be. Valery is on the left. On the left, yeah.
With the blue.
In the blue. Okay. Okay. Well, White's made some progress.
Yeah, they exchanged some pieces.
Look at the clock.
This is, yeah, but this is the worst feeling, being the weaker player. You know that probably your position is not that bad. You haven't done something that wrong, but you know that if you have 10 minutes and your grandmaster opponent has more than an hour, like they are gonna probably trick you at some point. I mean, of course, having some self-confidence, but there is a high chance.
I agree.
Trick you.
Yeah, Martin would have to play a bit faster, but even this might not be enough because, I mean, White has a beautiful pressure here. I mean, look at these pieces. There's some bishop b3. You can maybe put even the knight on f4 if you have to. At the right moment, play e4. It's so difficult. It feels like black is probably going to drop the pawn.
Yeah.
The last move, h5, I really like because he's slowing down White's expansion to the king side, some future g4, g5 stuff.
Yeah.
so that these pawns are bit not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We go back a bit.
Let's go back because we felt like Valery was doing something weird, but now it all makes sense why things are like that, right?
Right. At this moment, yeah, this rook c1, rook d1.
Yeah.
That was a bit strange. And black responded with rook c8, knight e4.
So the idea that you wanted to do.
No, but I mean, this is of course why he's very happy about this. There's no rook c1,
Yeah.
bishop h7. You can't play rook c1, very important detail. And of course, you walk away. You stop rook c1 now. And basically, this is... Oh, and by the way, just e4 happened.
That's,
by the way.
That's a committal decision as well.
It's a very committal decision. But wait. I'm curious. We're gonna go to this position much in greater depth. But what was black supposed to do here? I'm gonna consult with the Almighty.
Yeah, just to win some time.
What? Bishop d7.
Or g5. G5 is a bit crazy. But then what is the point?
I don't understand. Okay, knight e4. Okay, there's many moves. I mean, okay, this part makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to increase the pressure.
So I guess the point is just that, like, you don't want to, or like you want to be able to not deal with knight d4 at all. Just kind of ignore, okay, white can go to d4, but I'm not going to do anything about that. You can have a pretty knight there, but at the same time, you're not attacking the d5 pawn anymore.
Exactly, and also you're having some pressure against the pawn on e3, and if you take on c6, I'm going to fix the problem by taking with the b pawn. Actually, very logical.
Yeah.
Super logical response, what could have been by the Belgian player. And the second choice by the engine was the more fancy g5. White has to take on e6, there's just no good squares.
Yep.
And take with the rook. Knight e4, again the same idea. But this looks a bit more shaky. I mean, there's some weaknesses.
Yeah. It's
I don't like that.
Yeah, not something you want to really do.
It's actually very instructive because I also felt that black is pretty much fine. Somehow white's setup feels a bit fishy. And at this moment, yeah, this is where Martin just went wrong with these trades. I think that if he would have done anything, even here, I think bishop d7 is just good.
Can't be that bad.
But these trades, they definitely favor white.
Yeah. So maybe he thought that rook c1 isn't working or something, or because it just feels a bit weird to voluntarily exchange so many pieces.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I would have thought that this trade definitely favors black if you take on c6.
Yeah. And I understand now maybe some of the knights want to take on e6, right? So, yeah.
Strange. But anyway, so this is the current position. e4 and d4.
Okay.
Well.
It's not even a sacrifice, huh?
He missed this.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely missed this. So let's show us to the viewers. Stakes. The idea is this.
Yep. And no b3s as well.
And this is not like in the World Championship match, Spassky against Fischer, yeah?
Not the Fischer Bishop.
Pawn and Nation, not the Fischer Bishop. You can't play b3. The knight is under attack. You can't take on a2. There's rook c2. There's also e5. Knight e7. Now what?
Yeah, like if black doesn't lose immediately, then I mean he's fine, yeah. And it doesn't look like anything's gonna happen.
That's definitely a miss. Like I understand why Valery did this.
Yeah.
Like he thought this is a pin. Obviously, you can't take on e4. He's threatened to win a pawn, and I think he wanted to play e5, play some sort of knight e2, knight e4. Let's say black does this. Such a beautiful position. You know, Paul majority of the king side, play f4, play bishop b3.
Slowly, your opponent has no time. They're gonna have to think. Yeah, just torture them.
Yeah, it feels really good. And imagine the feeling when you get d4.
But he's gonna be really angry at himself probably once he starts realizing, because he had so much time as well.
And by the way, we just see also Maxime Lagarde just won his game. I think he won it because there was no way the game could have finished in any other way against Darius Vishkele's top port is finished.
Yep.
And yeah, so this game is officially done.
Yep.
Okay. Now, imagine, Margaret, you're in this situation. You have plenty of time. You're super confident. You rush, and you miss an idea. What do you do? What's your like road from anger to acceptance and coping with the situation and moving on?
Going through all the stages of grief, yeah?
Yeah.
And how to do that in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think first, like, you gotta overcome it mentally. So as he has so much time, okay, maybe he doesn't understand immediately, but he's probably pretty quickly gonna realize that, like, it was a bad move. So I would probably take myself, like, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes or something. Just be angry at myself and then be done with being angry and try to actually approach it more logically. How can I maybe keep the pieces on the board? Because the position that we looked at became quite simple. So how can I try to maybe complicate it somehow that to now use the advantage that the opponent only has 9 minutes? Yeah.
Okay. The logic suggests it's 92.
Probably has to be him.
Yeah, 92. And I'm actually thinking if now you can take it, there's b3, but you probably can't win the bishop.
True.
The bishop leaves, you lose the pawn on b3.
Yes, and then, yeah.
Okay, but going back to this topic, like you said, 3 minutes for you to accept.
Yeah.
Is this your typical time frame?
I mean, it depends on how much time I have, right? Maybe if I
57 minutes.
Yeah, then I don't know. Do you think that 3 minutes is too long, too short?
Well, I can tell you a story. So this happened. Okay, this was probably a really bad story. This happened in the Swedish league. So I was playing against an international master. I was playing with white, and I'm super confident. You know, I just feel I'm gonna crush the guy. And you know, when I have the feeling, it usually happens. I'm playing with white. I get my favorite position. I'm in charge. I'm doing really great. I have more time and everything, and I confidently make the move. He responds. And I realized, just like Kozakowski did, not only that I blundered this move, I realized I will be fighting for a draw for the remaining of the game.
Yeah.
And nothing hits you harder than this realization.
Yeah.
So do you know how much time it took me to recover from this? To actually start to think about the position.
Well, I assume more than. I don't know.
I'll make a guess.
Like,
by the way, 8-3 was played.
Depends on also how much time do you have. Maybe like 15
Oh,
minutes
like 1 hour plus.
Okay, so...
1 hour. Let's say 1 hour 10.
Okay. 15 minutes I could still consider a little bit reasonable.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just not there. And it was probably the longest recovery I've ever had, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't recall having this. And Kozakowski spent, what, 6 minutes and 44 seconds for the move h3. He's trying to show strength, but we know it was a blunder.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Now it's going to depend whether he did overcome this and then he started actually thinking logically, or it was still in the vibe and then you just make a move because you're angry and you're like, okay, I'm going to, like, you know, keep the pieces on the board.
Wait a second. I'm not so sure. Wait a second. So he says he's willing to sacrifice tonight.
Yeah.
I'm saying go for it. I mean, I'm seeing a pawn on b2.
Yeah.
So take on d8, take on b2.
Yep.
Why can't I do this? By the way, engine doesn't like it. Looks very reasonable.
Something concrete there. I mean, maybe if I go... I want to checkmate you somehow, but I think it doesn't. Me. But it might not work.
Maybe just... But where do you see a checkmate?
No, there is no checkmate. I was hoping to get...
some bishop a4, e5, rook e8.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was a big hope, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Maybe here. Maybe that's the idea. And I was looking at this.
But then you have given too many things away. There's a check. Yep.
It's very important check, by the way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think black is very much fine.
Yeah.
If not for this trick, then everything is good. Okay. So he's still playing against the opponent's clock.
Yeah.
Takes. And can we disconnect the rooks here?
So like knight d7.
Super logical. The knight doesn't do anything here.
Mm.
Are you sure, Valerie? You saw all of this?
Now you're gonna move with the rook for sure. Not too many squares.
Maybe here.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now the question is like, yeah, I'm a exchange down, but what is this rook and h8? Yeah, like, is this really an exchange up?
So maybe you really have to take on d7 already, because like this is a massive threat. Whatever, any square.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. You can't do this. It's good night.
Yeah.
I promote my b pawn. The bishop is under attack. You go here. It's here. It's like.
I mean, it's just winning like this. Yeah?
It feels like it's winning.
Exactly. That rook on the 8th rank is. Oh. Can't even be called a rook, really, at that point.
Yeah, so you probably have to take it and play like b4. I mean, you can't do anything because you can't take on c3.
Yeah, then you're fighting for a draw.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe b3 you try to get to the pawn here, like king e3, rook d3. But this is a monster pawn. I don't know. And all these pawns are on the color of the white's bishop.
I'm still maybe gonna try to go b4, a5, b4, but
yeah, that's why I'm thinking this b4 maybe it's a bit a bit better idea. Well,
so do you think it was out of anger, or is it a calculated risk?
Maybe it's tilting. I don't know. Like in 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Like you said you did it in 3 minutes.
I mean, yeah. Okay, 3 minutes is very like to get over a thing in 3 minutes is very, very optimistic. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I manage with this every time, but I'm also a sports psychologist, so I should be a little bit better at this. So
you're a sports psychologist.
I mean, yeah, I got my master's in sports psychology. So
oh wow.
I should at least theoretically know how it should go.
Jesus. Okay.
But yeah. Okay. In practice, it's not that easy. I have experienced that.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Wow. So boom. By the way, it just happened. We are following this line.
But this is very impressive from the black side as well, because you have 10. Okay, at that point he had 10 or 8 minutes. You have a grandmaster who is like blitzing out kind of stuff. And you're stacking an exchange.
But this is a pretty big moment also right here. So I suggest we stay there for like one. Oh, he made a mistake. Whoa. That was a mistake. Yeah. Rook a to d2. Do we see the relief in Kazakowski's body language? I think he's going to retract the rook immediately.
Yeah.
The rook on the 8 was in trouble.
Do you think he understood it? Yeah, okay.
I think he did.
Good. Yeah.
I think he did. What a missed opportunity. We also looked at this. Once again, dear viewers, all of this was, of course, white is still fine, but black is, after knight e7, forcing white to take. Very important intermezzo of disconnect the pieces. Takes, and probably some move. Maybe rook b1, or b3, or b4, but one thing is clear, black is perfectly fine.
Yeah. But I think it's hard, the backwards knight moves. It's just hard to see and think right now that you want to go knight to 7.
I don't know.
With 5 minutes, if you're
maybe
100 ready player.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Or maybe he was banking on this idea, takes bishop b3, now he sees the rook c7.
Yeah.
Well.
And then we're gonna say it was a calculated bluff. And it worked out.
I think that Valerie got rewarded for his courage, but he was taking some risks here. All right, so shall we move on?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do that.
Board number 3.
Something's happened there as well.
Anna Gasic against Zheng Chongzheng. Hope I pronounced the names correctly. Oh. Something
the last move was a bad move, yeah?
Is not good, yeah? So we have to maybe switch to this board. There you go.
Yeah.
But the language also doesn't spell a lot of optimism.
Although it's black's move, but he's not on the board, yeah.
He is not on the board, and I don't see also the clock. I don't also see the bishop on a 4. Am I? It's a bit different. What?
Ah, so it's the video is maybe like
The video delay, yeah?
it's like 10 or 15 seconds behind him.
Okay. So we saw bishop 4 played before. Okay.
Yep.
And this is a double question mark. Wait. So this was the position?
Mm-hmm. Ah, so black sacrificed the pawn back in order to get the king kind of to the safety end.
Right. And how is this blunder? Must be some low. Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. Just to give you some perspective what happened before.
Yeah.
Knight of 5. This is where we're left, yeah?
Yep.
Knight G5.
This position, yeah.
Queen C8.
Okay.
Makes sense. This is... Oh, wow. This is really nice. Look at this. You would think you have to defend the pawn. But the Grandmaster says, no. I'm going to attack your bishop instead.
Yeah.
Give you a check. It's actually really nice. Look at this. Yeah, so this is why really title players, they're title players, because like a club level player would be thinking, my pawn is under attack.
I need to protect it.
I need to protect it. Like I need to play f6, or I need to play rook b7, or I need to do like a check or something, but this entire sequence is very nice.
Yeah.
Ignoring the pawn, walking around, the king is feeling safe. White is trying to attack you. Rook f8, queen f3, queen d7. And this must be a blunder because of h6.
Yeah, so probably now some things are just under the pin.
Where do you put the knight?
Well, I mean, to e4, I don't see any other square at all, so...
There must be something bad happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, must be even some g5.
Okay, I have
No?
to... Because then I go to d2, and I was thinking you don't really have any...
No,
Ah, you take...
I blundered actually, bishop b6.
Okay, yeah, true. But then why is it so bad?
Maybe this. And g5. Looks very promising. But there's something better even. Something better. Is this some d5? Okay. Let's advise.
Yeah.
d5 is good.
Yeah, I was thinking about bishop g4.
Oh, bishop g4, right. And then play bishop h3.
Yeah, it's just so easy. Like, just take the exchange. Yeah?
And that's why it's a mistake. So, not always all the moves that are going forward are good moves. Like, it kind of looks logical. You play bishop before, you want to play knight e4, you want to attack some things, but the problem is, very concretely, all of White's pieces are somehow disconnected. And now it's going to follow bishop g4, hitting the queen. That's it.
Yeah. And I mean, after bishop g4, you can't even... Like, you can't do anything else, right? So...
Do you think she sees? She sees, right?
I think now you see, yeah.
Yeah, I also see Anna's body language. Doesn't spell a lot of thought. You don't want to look at the g4 square, but I mean, you already see that your opponent's eyes are glued to it.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at the square right now, and you're like, okay, this is how I go in this game.
But I think it might also be for black. Like it's not an easy, it's not a hard thing to find, because otherwise, what are you gonna do? The d6 pawn is kind of attacked. So.
Well, I agree. It's not a hard thing to find, but from my perspective, sometimes you might be distracted. You know, like some other stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like a magician. Yeah, I'm showing you. Look at me. What I'm doing right here.
Yeah.
You're not seeing what's happening with the other hand. So what I'm saying is that maybe black could be distracted with some other move, which looks really good.
Mm.
You go really deep, calculate stuff like d5. You go to great length to make
Yeah.
sure the g5 works, and this is how you don't even notice bishop g4, bishop h3. It has happened to me before.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah. If it's like if you're given this position and said that they'll win with black, then you find it immediately. Oh, I go bishop
Right.
g4, bishop h3. But if you have seen what's happened before, he had the ideas of, there was a pin, maybe some g5, maybe some d5, then.
Okay, maybe we can stay here for a while and see if black is gonna execute this. You said he came here with students.
I think so, yes. At least that's what he wrote to us, that he's coming with students. So there's two girls from China playing as well.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's that. I mean, I'm not sure how much chess they're gonna look at during the festival, but
Bishop g4 is played.
Yeah. So he went with the easy one. Yeah.
And this is also, since the camera is lagging a bit behind, Anna knows that bishop g4 is going to happen. There's nothing she can do about it. She knows that bishop e4 was not the move she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
She's in trouble. Queen g2, by the way, the live board is a bit ahead of the video. And, okay. Let's maybe go another game.
Yeah. The one that we've also seen, yeah.
Or Krishnan, board 4.
So this one
against Ivan Trossel.
Was the one before the break where we thought that it might not be that smart to accept the pawn sacrifice. But he did.
He did.
And now he's kind of suffering.
Well, he's up a pawn.
Yeah.
He's up a pawn, but the position looks really...
The g7 pawn, yes. Double pawns there.
So we were looking at this position right here. e5.
Yeah.
How king f8, king e7 is the smart thing to do, and we would try to find reasons not to take the pawn. Well, Ivan didn't find those reasons. He decided to take the pawn on b3. e6 was a very strong argument. Threatened to play e7 and rook d8. Rook e8 only move.
Oh.
We saw this position.
Yeah.
Takes only move. Knight d4. I would have thought you want to eliminate the pawn on e4. Okay. So he saw this idea. It's a double attack.
Yeah.
It closes the bishop.
Maybe that's the issue, because like you're thinking that, I mean, I'm not sure that the g3 pawn is as important than eliminating the a4 pawn. Like, you can see the potential that the a pawn is going to be really dangerous.
I'm sure he realized it as soon as white played rook a7.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so knight x on g3, king e5. Suddenly what is incredibly active here. You won your pawn on g3, rook takes on a5. And I think here it was much more important for black to eliminate this pawn, because he could have done this right here.
True.
Yeah, he could have done this.
Forced.
Knight c5. This was the move.
Yeah.
It was a possibility.
Yeah.
Here, takes, or wherever white goes. I don't know, maybe not rook a7. Maybe white goes here. And here.
But as long as my knight is not getting trapped, which I am a little bit scared of.
It's a bit scary, yeah?
Yeah.
Probably some rook b8. Black should be fine, but yeah, like, I've seen so many endgames when the rook and bishop dominates against the king, against the knight. So black missed this. He went for the obvious target. Now he is winning the pawn on g3, but white is getting an outside pass pawn.
I'm surprised why it's like the computer says 1.4. Why it's only that little.
You want more?
Yeah, I mean, I would be thinking why I'm not like forced, like losing by force, basically.
I don't know. Maybe it is losing. So rook a8, a5, a6, bishop g2.
Yeah.
Feels really promising.
Because I'm also like trying to think what would be the best that black could kind of get out of it. So okay, let's say I don't think that I'm gonna win the a pawn, so probably I have to maybe like sack my knight. In the ideal scenario, I managed to give my knight away, but with those, and then try to have some hope to survive. But this is a very like far dream that I can even give my knight away for that.
Very far-fetched, yeah. Well, yeah, I think that white can do this, yeah? Rook a8, a5.
What?
No, I'm missing something, yeah? If there's some counterplay.
Checkmate.
Ah, there, look at this.
Okay, and you get behind. Yeah.
Probably like this. Or maybe some knight move first, you know,
Yeah.
like knight e6 or something. Okay, so this means we have to think, yeah? Which is a good thing.
So it's not as easy.
No. Okay, what about bishop g2?
Also makes sense. But then you have to think, what are you going to do against knight e3?
Very valid point. I completely missed it. But this is probably winning.
Yeah. Because I have one check and nothing else.
One of those positions when the king dominates opponent's rook.
Mm-hmm.
So not so simple actually for white.
Because rook a8 is a logical move. You do want to go rook a8 because you're thinking, okay, I'll go fast.
And bishop g2 is a logical move. Okay,
Yeah,
I could also maybe go here.
Yep.
Stopping any knight c4. But it's kind of a difficult move to make.
Yeah. Because now the knight can, you can go there, or you can also reposition your knight to d5 as well. Kind of the tempo.
Right. So I'm thinking if I was white, I would either go rook a8, a5, a6,
Yeah.
or I will play bishop g2, improve my pieces, and attack the pawn. And both of them are mistakes, by the way.
No, bishop g2 was fine still.
It was fine, yeah?
I think we made a mistake afterwards.
No, bishop g2 is a mistake.
It is still a mistake.
Rook d7
Okay. Rook d7.
takes. Ooh.
Checkmate.
There's the checkmate web. Watch out. A king is not where it's supposed to be.
You can't take the e6 pawn.
I love how it's easy with an engine.
Yep.
It's so easy. So it's not bishop g2. And it's strictly bishop f1. It's strictly bishop f1. I mean, there's, okay, some other good moves. There's a decent move, rook c5. There's rook a6. But it's not rook a8. Like, this obvious move loses a big chunk of the advantage. Actually, all of the advantage. Because let's say now I play bishop g2. Anyway, rook d7. Let's say I take it. Anyway, rook d3. How easy it is for black to spot this idea.
Well, it might be out of necessity, yeah? With black to be like, okay, I have to try to do something. But it's also very easy to miss it as white. Okay, he played rook c5. Which
is a decent move.
A semi-decent move, at least. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very human move.
Yeah.
So he must have figured out that there's this counterplay coming.
Yep.
And he's ready to take on f5 when things are going really not his way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, some of those rook games might actually be winning for white, right? So, like, you probably wouldn't want to take immediately, but...
All right. Yeah, we can see them in the background getting ready.
Oh, so he also, maybe the other point is that now rook d7, there are no threats, because since white's rook stayed on the 5th, it's actually also, protecting against rook d5 at any point.
And also king e6 and bishop f5 is a threat. Oh wait, that just mate in one.
Yes, that was that was the trick.
Okay, so I was thinking more like I could take, and try to win the game because of the outside pass pawn.
Yep.
You have an extra pawn, but who cares?
Yeah, the rook can't get into the back, and
like here, king d6, king c6, king b6. Very instructive, by the way.
And there is no counterplay on the king side, even with the extra pawn.
Okay. Very precise play by the Indian player here. Do we have any results? Oh, yeah, we do have a result. Kazakowski has defeated Muddins.
Okay.
Just like that. I'm just going to maybe show very quickly on the camera.
Last moves.
So the game finished very quickly, by the way. Right here. We saw this position. Takes. This was the mistake. Now he played knight e7, one move too late.
But that's the worst feeling. Like, you found the correct idea, but wrong order.
Yeah. Rook c1, rook e1. No, he's just dropping the pawn.
Yeah.
Went for some counterplay.
There is no counterplay.
And he just decided to resign.
Yeah.
Down in exchange. I mean,
Get a pawn.
he could have still continued, but I think that white can simplify the position. It's a slow victory for white.
Yeah.
He was this close. This close to make a small upset. Okay, obviously, Kazakowski was never in trouble, but...
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's maybe select one more game.
Yep.
Before we go to a break. Which game would you like to see? Somebody we haven't seen.
No, there are actually quite a few results. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, maybe let's see the 7th board, the Jakubowski, because Jakubowski is last year's winner, so
right.
He has been playing well in Parnu, and there is a lot of pieces on the board. Not an endgame, really, yet.
So we unfortunately cannot see him on the camera, so this is the best I can do. He's somewhere there. Somewhere on the right side, I think. So there's the where you see this bluish banner. This is where the top boards are. It's very, very nice. I love it how you do this. Separate the top boards with chairs and everything. So it does feel a bit special.
Yeah.
So it's a great idea.
I mean, it's also practical because you have the wires, right? You don't want everyone to step over the wires.
Okay. All right. So what are we seeing here?
Well,
an extra piece.
Yes. And the queen is on h7, which might look a little scary, but if it's not scary, then it also might as well just get trapped there at some point. So.
So white is down a piece, but white wants to checkmate black. White wants to play h5, takes, and checkmate. And by the way, for the very same reason, white decided not to take on g6 and give you a check, because it's not a mate.
Yep.
You see the f7 square is vacant.
Yep.
Okay. If I take on h4, there's going to be bishop g6. And this looks scary, because if you take it, I take on h4.
You get the piece back.
Get the piece back. I'm alive.
Yep.
Okay, now we understand. Too bad we have the relation bar. Yeah,
it's spoiling a little bit.
Yeah, it's always spoiling everything.
So I guess the question is also, he went h4, so is h5 a threat right now? Do we have to actually start protecting against it, or do we have a counter move like taking on f5 maybe?
Well, I'm seeing, as you said, the pawn on the4 is under attack with a queen.
Yes.
I see I can take on c3. I see I can play c4. So these are my first ideas. Like I'm not sure. Like maybe on the gut instinct, I would love to check what happens after queen f4.
Yeah.
And look at this position for a while.
Okay.
Okay. Must be some mate.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's like I want to mate you with black as well.
So bishop h4, something?
Either. Yeah, probably h4 is a bit better than 2e5. Yeah.
Maybe bishop c3, bishop d4. You're still going to take it. Control h5. Like I was thinking this. This. I could give you a check, but there's nothing at h4.
Have a check there, yeah.
Right. But you can always just, I'm not sure how it's just, but you can take it.
You need some calculation, yeah.
You need to calculate, yeah. There's a check. There's another check.
Probably white just runs out of pieces.
Somehow it should be winning. But I would imagine black is having some difficulties.
Yeah.
Proper sequence. Please.
Like you would want to find something a little bit clearer, right?
Yeah, but the clock is ticking. That's the thing. Like, once again, this is the situation. And you have only 11 minutes. And you have to calculate very, very fast.
Okay.
C4. I was looking at this move, like, I saw it among suggestions, but I was not sure what it does, really.
Well, okay, now you can't go h5, right? So at least that's the point.
h5, I take, and basically
Well,
take on g6 again,
yeah,
yeah?
it just simplifies.
Okay, so what changes? I go here. What changes?
If I want, I have a check.
There's a check. There's a check, yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure yet.
The other thing is I can also exchange the rooks on the d file now. So not right now, but maybe it changes something in the variations where I take on f4.
Oh. So, but why don't we do this immediately?
Yeah, we can.
Because if you go, there's no more checkmate.
Yeah.
So you would have to take with the best shot.
Mm-hmm.
And now it feels like somehow your pieces will be overloaded. Whatever. I think there's many moves. Like, yeah, now you're going away from the d file. If you take it, this is not a mate. You might win a rook though, but somehow now this king is feeling in trouble.
I think you're getting checkmated probably.
Engine says no.
Oh.
Yeah. But there's probably some intermezzo check. It's not so easy.
That's actually surprising. If you don't find a very direct win, then you might get
This
a little
check.
annoyed. Yeah, I was thinking king h2 and then...
On this check. There we go.
Okay.
Found it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of bishop g3, but that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that's
okay.
a good one.
Okay, so c4. Do you think it suggests that Krzysztof has found the idea?
I'm not fully sure yet, but I think it just makes sense as an idea in general as well. Like, it's a good move. It doesn't worsen the position. So, and I think he does want to simplify and also gives white an opportunity to do something else, which might make it a bit easier for him. Like happened kind of now.
By the way, h5 was played.
Exactly. So I think now it's easier for black.
I think you want to include a trade. And I just made a mistake. Or why did I make a mistake again? Because I'm dropping the rook.
Yes.
I forgot about it.
Yep. And you don't have any rook d1 intermezzos.
Right.
Checkmated.
And if I take with the pawn?
That makes more sense.
Now you can take it.
Yeah. Because now f7 is good. Yeah.
Now there's no more check.
Yep.
Okay. So the correct move is to take with the pawn, not with the rook.
I think this he will be able to figure out. So
looks pretty logical, but I think you also be feeling a bit scared for black.
Yeah.
No. Like, what if you miss? No. C6 and d3 cold-bloodedly play by the reigning champion. He found it.
I think now he's figured it out.
Yeah, because white is running out of ideas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if white wouldn't even take on g6, because if you do, then black just opens f7 square to escape with the king. The knight can never go. No, he takes.
So that game's probably going to end in a few moves as well.
All right. So this game is wrapping up, dear viewers. And we are going to make another very short break. So I'm hoping you're liking the coverage so far. And we're going to be seeing you very shortly after break. Don't go anywhere, and see you soon. We're back, the viewers. After a very short break, following the action from Estonia, where the 7th Paul Keres Memorial is taking place, we are slowly getting to the decisive moment of the first round. It's a classical event, and we are here to provide you some expert commentary.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen some results, but we also saw that there's quite a few games going, so we have things to look at.
Exactly, and we before the break we looked at the game of the last year's winner Krzysztof Jakubowski, who is here with his family in a great mood. He loves the place. He loves Parnu. He's having an extra piece. White's attack has gone astray here, so I think it's also a good opportunity for us to maybe select more games, and perhaps without going to the top boards, like board number 3. I see Anna Gasic, his wife, by the way, is in big trouble against one of the top seed players, Zheng Zhongzheng. Also, Hare Krishnan, board 4, seems to be winning against Ivan Trossel. Maybe we select somebody who has not yet been on screen.
I think we haven't seen board 5, actually. So, the reigning favorite there, Thomas Laroutus. He's also played here before, so... yeah, and the game seems to be very much going on.
Okay. So what do we have here? Okay. Laroutus is playing with the black color. Yes. He has an extra pawn.
Exactly. Took me some time to count all the pieces.
Okay. But it's not an f5. It worries me if I'm black. Yeah. H4.
There's some Queen G7. Threats, yeah. And it's not that the extra pawn or like the black's queen side pawn structure is super healthy, right? Like the D6 pawn is also somewhat the weakness at some point.
Right. So, how do you continue? You always have Queen E4. Like, I'm thinking if things are really bad, I can always play Queen E4. But I think there's an issue.
It's a little bit of a bailing out move, right? Because I have Rook E1 in the end, and then you're still gonna lose the pawn, I think, or at least like simplify to a position where
that's really logical. Yeah, this knight is guarding the pawn on D6.
Yeah.
And once you leave, okay, maybe you still want to check this here. Knight E6, some knight A2, A4.
Probably should be a bit too slow.
Yeah, like this pawn is a monster. Some sort of a check. Knight B5, D6, D7.
Yeah, unless you see that you're kind of saving, or like, I mean, okay, he wants to win probably still, right? So that there are some chances is probably he doesn't want to go for this because it feels like white is trying and maybe black survives.
Right. And the point is you can always... Oh.
Whoop. Wait, he did that?
He did that.
So he has some other ideas then, probably.
No, like I thought, like, okay, like the game followed immediately. I thought my thought process is as follows. So if I don't find anything else, I'm gonna make some null move. You play your H4, and then I'm playing Queen E4.
Yeah.
And
so even maybe like King, okay, I don't know.
Any move, King H7, Rook D7. There's also Rook D7, Rook D7, H4, Knight E4.
But it might be that the D6 pawn is hanging as well, right? So it's not that you only have to protect against H4, but also against Knight D6 immediately.
Yeah. So in the line, I think I have to select this. Just a second. Give me one moment. One moment. My system is going a bit crazy here. So you said instead of after Rook D7?
No, I mean Rook D7 makes sense, but you can't make a complete non-move because white is still actually threatening to take the D6 pawn as well. It's
right.
Not only H4.
So that's what the logic suggests. Yeah, I want to play Rook D7.
Yep.
You play H4.
Yep.
No, I'm playing queen e4. I would have thought this made a bit more sense.
I mean, it's obviously a lot. Like, it's an improved version because the d6 pawn is not going to hang. Probably still, there is some counterplay.
Yeah, but it's quite a big of a difference. Okay, maybe what LaRoche was not entirely sure is that perhaps white doesn't have to play h4, but what do you do? Because queen e4 is coming anyway. Maybe he was not liking some rook f4. I don't know.
Still, that.
Maybe rook f4. Maybe that's what he didn't like, and he thought that h4 is coming. And what's the next move?
There's another way of bailing. There's no way of bailing out anymore. Yeah?
Right. But I think that this position for him is getting really dangerous. Yeah. So once again, rook e1, knight c3, engine marks as a miss, but I think it's a very human move.
Yeah.
To push the king away, knight x on d6.
Well, maybe he's hoping that he does have some very concrete, I don't know, some a4 right now, and then, but I mean, not fully believing it, but.
Wow. This could be a bit of a surprise. I mean, we kind of expected that something surprising might happen in the game of Kazakowski.
Yeah.
But he managed to win it very quickly. Here, LaRoche's position looks a bit shaky. I mean, if he takes the pawn on a2, there's going to be knight b5, d6, d7. At this point, you got to realize this. Maybe he wants to play rook d7. Or maybe that's his idea. Rook d7 and then take the pawn on a2.
Okay.
Could it be that he simply missed from afar, move knight c8? Because if there's no knight c8, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, you play knight e4, you play knight f5. I take with a2. I want to play knight c1.
I don't think white is still like in trouble or anything. White is still
White is
completely
still
okay,
better.
right? Yeah, exactly. It's like I would still take this position with white, but it's just not as bad as.
Right, rook e7. Even rook e7 also looks very good. Even this position.
It's somewhat of a race, but white should be faster with the pawns.
Yeah, the d pawn is rolling forward really quick. And now he's thinking, well, too bad we can't see the camera.
Yeah.
It's somewhere on the right here next to this blue banner.
Yeah. It is somewhere there.
Okay. So, LaRoche probably feels things are not going his way.
Okay.
What do you do? Rook d7 is knight c8. Knight a2 is knight b5. What do you do? Well,
try to make it complicated as possible, I think, because he has 15 minutes, the opponent has 4. So maybe go into... But then that's the thing, it's a hard decision, because is he gonna accept that he's gonna suffer, but maybe hold? Or is he gonna go into some gamble of a race where if he's not gonna trick the opponent, he's just gonna lose? And those are not pleasant choices. So
no, they're not. I would say maybe a4, a3.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe a4 like immediately, but it's like if you're losing, you're losing, yeah.
Like, but even here, I'm thinking if I'm playing with white and I don't understand what's going on. Even here, I have knight b5. I cannot be so terribly bad here, yeah? Like knight b5, like I'm thinking from Jakubis's perspective.
Yeah,
if
you want to draw, you probably do that.
Like if I want to draw that, I go here, yeah? And rook a2, like king f3, something, bank on this pawn. Like I'm thinking realistically, probably I'm not going to lose this.
Yeah, you're not going to lose. You probably understand you're probably not going to win as well, but you're happy with the draw because your opponent is like more than 400 points higher.
But since I'm a GM, I'm thinking this knight is a bit useless. I could still push forward the d-pawn. How about I still play the same knight c8?
Yeah, that's a good move.
So let's say you try to sack it, play for some tricks. So the trick would be if you take it, here, knight b1. Some cheapos.
Yep.
By GMs, yeah.
Yep. That's the 4 minute. The opponent has 4 minutes to have a tricks.
Yeah, but I take it.
Yeah.
You give a check. I don't hold on to the pawn. I play king of 3. Yeah, but this looks super sketchy.
Yeah.
Or if you go after the b pawn, I play d6.
D6, D7 is coming. You probably, yeah, you don't even have a name. And that's what I was saying. If it doesn't trick, then those races are just gonna lose.
So this was quite a big mistake by Lavrushius, allowing white to play. And by the way, what I find it really amazing that Engine says that this was a miss by white. I think it's just silly Engine.
Yeah, it needs some time.
Needs some time to figure out, yeah. Like Engine says knight x on d6, which is exactly the same evaluation. It's a very human idea. Knight x on d6. Could this be the upset of the round?
Well, it was a good moment to turn into that game, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know much about Yokuba's.
I was thinking the same. I'm actually not
The
sure
Yokas?
if he's... I will check the birth year. Okay,
Maybe
2011.
2011.
So he's 15.
15. That's the worst age for a chess professional. I can tell. You never know. You never know. You know, Margaret, I had once this amazing experience. Maybe not so amazing. So I'm playing in World Youth Championships under 16.
Mhm.
And this was a long time ago. I'm a dinosaur. And I'm playing against some guy named Hare Krishna. Pentala Hare Krishna. I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah.
He was like rated 2,250. And I was like 24.
Yeah.
Play with white. I'm just gonna beat this guy, you know. I'm playing with white. You're gonna collapse. And then he's outplaying me. And he did it like flawlessly. Like and I was gone. And you know, I was after the game, I was shocked. How on earth did this happen? Me, such a strong player. And back then, the ratings were calculated for after half a year.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and after half a year, his rating was 2,500.
So then you felt better after that?
Or... no, like, come on, guys. I'm like, and I played several kids like that.
Yeah,
like they were rated like 21, 22. The next rating half a year later, though, 2,500. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was incredible. I think one of them actually, was it the same tournament, was Lanier Dominguez Perez. Yeah, I remember. I think it was even the very same tournament. He was like rated 2170. We played a draw. No, I think it was the next year. Yeah. So we played in that tournament against Lanier. We played a draw. He was rated 2170. And the next year, I'm seeing the same guy in the under 18 category, and he has 2580. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I played a guy last year. We played a draw. And so, yeah.
I mean, maybe that's better. That's why it's better that we have the ratings every month. Yeah?
I know. I think it's one of the best things, to be honest, because like those rating jumps back then, they were insane. Like hundreds of points after half a year. Because
even now, like for kids, you can get like 100 point
Yeah.
like rating jumps in a month. So
by the way, knight a2. Lavrushius is not afraid.
Yeah.
He should. He's not.
Okay, so now the question is how much white is going to be kind of... Or do you go knight c8? Do you go knight b5?
Two very tempting moves,
Yeah,
you know?
very logical.
I like knight c8 because it attacks more.
Yeah.
And I suppose you want to defend it.
Yep. I mean, now we just have to try to calculate concretely. Yeah? Is the pawn going to the queen or no?
There's going to be some race, yeah?
Yes. This is... The 0.9 is such a weird, like... Okay, now it's going up. I was like, how can this position be?
Yeah, but even here, I think it's not... Is it difficult? Or maybe it is difficult, actually. I was thinking...
Rook e7?
Yeah?
Yeah. Whoa.
There's going to be some perpetual. I already figured, yeah. Like takes, b2. You can't stop this pawn. Like, I kind of felt that...
Okay, on f5.
Some perpetual.
Yeah.
King h3, queen f5, king f2, which, by the way, still is a... you can always take the rook, by the way. Maybe not the perpetual. And then white forces.
And then it's another perpetual.
Yeah, like this can get really weird. Such a weird game.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the line. Actually, I have a feeling we might go here. Let me check. Yeah, knight c8. A mistake, but it's such a human move.
But then, so would have knight b5 would have been the same thing, but a little bit better, or?
Yeah,
no,
but
it's the same. Then
rook b7. But I'm not sure. Again,
the
I
same
played
thing, yeah.
d6. There's a4. It feels pretty much the
Yeah,
same.
it's the same problem.
Yeah. Of course, for engineers, everything is clear. But no, I think knight c8 is a very human choice by
Yeah.
Jokubas. I like the way he plays. Rook b7, d6, a4. Let's
So
go.
we are going to that variation.
I think so.
And then the next question is gonna. But wait, it should still be better for white, but we found a repetition. So.
Okay, I can cheat, of course. Yeah. So.
What?
No, wait. So d6, a4. I suspected about b6 and a4. I was thinking about this. Yes, I saw the line. b3. And I was thinking rook e3, but there's knight c1, which is a mistake. So you have to play rook e2, which, by the way, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The pawn's going nowhere.
Pawn, yep.
And we're heading exactly for this position, ladies and gentlemen. So instead of this, black apparently has to make a very accurate move, rook d7, which was just missed by LaRouche. So you have to play rook d7 first. Rook d7, rook e7, rook d8, and only after d7 play a4. Very difficult, because you also could see this position and assume it's just lost.
Yeah.
And somehow it's not.
For which except
It just feels totally dead lost. How can I go
Yeah.
here? Like knight c1 here, knight e3, rook b3, knight c5.
How you're exactly on time.
Exactly. Okay, just makes no sense.
Yeah.
So you have to be super, super accurate.
Okay. We have a few moves. And he took it.
b6 and a4 very human.
But it was also not a mistake, because I think the...
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Potentially big upset in the making. Rook e2 or rook e1. Really good moves here for white.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Rook e2 is played. But the one thing what could really change here is white's time management. He has only 1 minute and 34 seconds.
True. But I think maybe it's at least now it's been a little bit more straightforward. Or like the next few moves might be a little bit more straightforward.
Right.
Like he has the threat of going rook b2 and taking the pawn.
Probably I will defend.
Yeah.
And the question is white going to figure out how to push forward these pawns?
Yes, do you want to calculate sacrificing the a5 to go c5, c6? I'm not sure that you want to calculate with 2 minutes, Fed.
Okay. So let's say I'm playing with black.
Yep.
I think I go here. But rook d2 is very annoying. Some d7. Even is d7 a threat?
d7 working?
Yes, that's
why I wanted to do it more simple. I wanted to go rook b2 and rook b1.
Oh.
If I have 1.5 minutes and
that is really strong.
I'm playing against the GM, I play it as simple as possible.
That is really strong. I love it. Yeah, just rook b2, rook b1. But then you're losing the pawn by force then.
Yep.
So rook b2, rook b1 is unstoppable threat.
So then are you maybe trying to... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe you're trying to get the d6 pawn somehow back, yeah? And then be like, okay, I'm something down, but...
Well, white is in no risk here, because you could always play rook b2, knight b6, and rook b3.
And then you're pushing.
Rook b2 seems too reasonable.
Yeah. It's also a very easy move to make if you have 1 minute.
I think so.
Because you don't... I mean, okay, now rook e7 obviously doesn't work anymore as well. And he didn't go into the last move as well, so he sees it. And in that case, yep.
Yeah, we were going for exactly the same line. I mean, knight b6 has to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe after knight b6, but you gotta take on d6 because knight c1 is gonna be c5. Yep. You can't leave these pawns. Now look at the speed how LaRouche is trying to play on the clock.
I mean, he definitely understands. He has no other choice.
Wow. Okay. Could be potentially a big upset in the making, but white has only 1 minute. And again, ladies and gentlemen, there's no extra time after move 40. This is it.
Mm.
So Yukubas is going to play on the increment pretty much until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Immediately rook takes on d6 played. Yeah, but this knight on a2 is so bad.
Yeah. Okay, sometimes, or in the end games, I like to think like backwards kind of. So I'm like, okay, what would be the ideal position for me with black? And I would be like, okay, if I could give the knight away for the A and C pawns, I would be like, I don't even know if that would be surviving or not. That's probably some theoretical knowledge,
Oh,
which I lack. But no, I mean, like, yeah, I can give away the knight, and then you have 3 against 2, and white has an extra knight. But that would even be the ideal, that my knight from A2 actually even gets to give away.
actually,
himself.
to be honest, I just realized that black is down only one pawn. I somehow didn't even register he has an extra pawn here.
Yeah.
I just thought that white is up
I mean, yeah, it's
2
not
pawns.
been really relevant.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, it's not relevant. But now there's some tricks. Yeah, you can always play for some tricks like rook d2, knight c1, or knight c1 first. Knight c1, I think, makes sense here while the rook is attacking the knight.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do this, not allow white to put the rook on a3.
Yeah.
So knight c1, maybe rook b1, rook d2, knight d3, something still very tricky. But LaRouche knows. He is in a big trouble here.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely going to keep an eye on this game. But let's check another game.
Maybe just update about the results as well. That the third
Sure.
board, or we can say all of them actually.
Yeah.
Some of them we mentioned.
So Lagarde has won top
Mhm.
board. Valery Kozakowski defeated his opponent on second board. Zheng Zhongzheng has defeated Dana Gasek on board number 3. Hare Krishnan, by the way, is not winning anymore against Ivan Trosselli. So maybe let's check that game.
Check that.
That was the crazy game, yeah?
I see some rook games.
Yeah, and also give you an update, some other games. Toivo Kane in the board 6 defeated Kirill Gorkov.
He got the plus, so Gorkov didn't.
What?
He got a plus. So
Why?
it was not an actual game because Gorkov was registered, but he didn't appear. So
Oh,
he
wow.
just, yeah, got a default win.
The last year's winner, Krzysztof Jakubowski, defeated Aidas Hiodzkunas. Nikolai Maxim Ostensen was victorious over Kristaps Kruskans. Jakob Templengrave defeated Anders Oslund, board number 9.
Board number 10 is still playing.
And Ezra Kirk, board 10, against Ignas Milius is still playing. So we have 3 games on top 10 boards. Okay.
Yeah. And currently all the results are in the live board, so kind of how they, I guess, we're supposed to go.
All right.
Theoretically, rating favorites 1.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, that's going to be some race as well.
So there were some mistakes by both players.
Yeah.
Rook a5.
Now it's actually really good for black that he has those 18 minutes that he does have.
King c6. White is pushing. This part is clear.
Yeah.
White is trying to somehow, by the way, only move by Ivan. Get to the pawn on a6, play king b6. So white is banking on the idea to take on a5, play rook f7, rook g7. But is it enough? According to an engine, it's not. I mean, not an engine, but a relation bar. All right. Actually, I think I can see them.
We can see their legs at least.
At least their legs.
Yeah.
So let's go look at their legs. There you go. Wait.
So they're playing in the back.
Ah, no, it's,
but this
camera again is
like
kaput.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to try to fix it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Things to improve for tomorrow. Okay. How do you make progress? Do you play king d4?
I think that's where he came from. So he probably did.
Really?
That. No?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't. Okay, my bad. Yeah.
This was the position.
Okay.
Apparently White was winning here completely.
But he had not too much time.
Yeah, f takes on e5 was correct move.
Yeah.
And king c5. By the way, yeah, why not king c5? Oh, wait a second.
Races, yeah?
No, I think he hallucinated. Oh my goodness. He hallucinated that he can play king b5 and forgot about rook a6.
Yeah.
He just thought that it's cleaner. And now he realized, now he goes back and there's no more this idea. Because, let me just show you. So king c5 was apparently winning. And if I go eliminate, oh, but the black is just too slow.
Yeah.
Should be too slow. something like this, and this, and this, and this. Even though, wait a second. Managed to misplay things.
Yeah, maybe taking with the rook would have been better, because then you get your rook.
Yeah, you have to take with the rook,
Yeah.
of course, so
Yep.
the king is closer.
Closer,
Of
yep.
course. F4,
The rook gets behind.
probably here, and now you
you're
march with the
exactly
king.
on time. Which actually is really important, because then it means all of those races are going to be okay for white. So, because we would get into the same position, basically. Which means that black's defense is going to be doing the opposition and surviving that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so black is...
Because also here he could have tried to go for the...
Same idea,
yeah?
yeah?
Exactly. But so it's for the same reason it would not have worked.
Here, here. Yeah, now it feels like, yeah, black is going to be a bit too slow.
Yeah.
Again, same reason. Maybe here even simple king a7. Yeah, this is so tricky.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's like one tempo difference
Yep.
in the very end.
Yep.
Yeah, according to the engine, nothing really matters. But yeah, when you're sitting there...
This is why it's like not good to look at those things with engine first, maybe, or it would be... We don't fully get what they are thinking, right? We know that it's...
Yeah, I mean,
winning.
the evaluation bar is only for the viewers, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so F4? F4. Should be good. Is it good? I don't know.
Oh, it's getting concrete, yeah.
It's getting really concrete. And why is he not playing king b6? Because of king d5.
Yeah.
You take with a here, takes, you lose the race, which is amazing. I mean, black is up a pawn.
Yeah.
And he's just not in time.
Yep.
Okay.
But so now I think that actually... Oh, so he's doing it. I don't know if he figured it out, but it's the same thing, but in a smarter way. Because now, if the king takes the pawn on f4, then he doesn't have the e6 move anymore. He has to go via e5, and then I'm exactly in time.
No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, I need one more move, yeah? Like...
Okay.
I need...
So f4, here, f3?
No.
No. It's too complicated, yeah? Yeah, I was actually thinking build a distance, blockade. You go here, I go here. You go here, I go here. You go here, I go here. You go here. Now
you're on time, for sure.
Now I should be on time.
Yep.
I'm not sure, like, I'm kind of guessing. And then, yeah, now it becomes quite obvious.
Yes.
Yeah. Takes, probably some shouldering with the king. G3, king f3. I'm gonna play it out until the very end. Yeah, like, this should be a draw. You can't stop. Okay. And we're heading there.
Yeah. It might also be like... I'm not sure if black has like figured it all out, or it's kind of process of elimination, right? He like figures out that with king b6 he's losing by force, so he's like, okay, let me try king d6, let me try to survive.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just very impressive and he figured it all out.
Yeah, whatever the reason doesn't matter as long as he get there, and he's there, so potentially might be one of the big surprises.
Whoa.
Ooh, there's a big update in Jokubas Dijokas versus Tomas Larušas, so just we go straight to that game. We left it for like what, 5 minutes?
And they decided to do something.
There's some craziness happening here. Whoa. How did they get here?
And this is not clear. Like, because I think the issue with this position is that there is also no very safe bailout anymore. Like, if your pawn's down queen, then you might easily lose this with white. Before we were in a position where it was like super safe for white. If he doesn't win, it's a draw, but...
And there's a race. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, I don't see this game finishing in a draw, but how did they get there? Because he was having this position.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yes.
Knight c1. Rook b5. Rook d2.
Okay.
King f3. All of this is super logical.
Kill with the pawn.
a5. Knight e2. Threatening a fork.
But
Why do you give up the pawn?
Hmm.
So he played king e3.
Yeah.
Give up the pawn. Try
Well,
to move.
what?
I mean, he's blocking the a pawn, I suppose.
Oh.
He tries to move it forward. But I think the rule should be you won't
Yeah.
push those pawns as quickly as they go, you know?
Yeah.
So not a lot of time for white. Rook a2, knight c3, rook a3, king d4, h5. Oh,
Uh,
what on earth is even this position?
okay, now Arturs has the time to... Did he manage to make the move or not? Because the clock shows 1 second, which is not possible.
Could it be that white forfeited on time?
I mean, might be.
We
I
have
don't
king
know.
e5, but we have no confirmation. Yeah, because normally you're supposed to get plus 30 seconds. And king e5, yeah? By the way, the position still remains very chaotic here. Because white is pushing those pawns. And I think this is also one of the things which is quite important for viewers to remember. When you are in a situation like this, the principle is push your pawns as quickly, as far as they go. Okay, there's a fork.
Yeah, you need to deal with that.
I would love to deal with that. I don't know, some rook d5, dominate this knight, c5, c6, etc. Feels like white is winning here. You gotta be winning this with these pawns. But again, the time. So he gave up this pawn, and again, the principle should be you push those pawns as quickly as they go. a6 or c5, c6. Push them. You can't play a6. You're dropping the pawn with rook a2. So it's this pawn. You play c5, c6, see what happens. You don't calculate. And typically, from my own experience, such moves as knight a4, they're way too slow.
Yeah.
We have no update here.
But it might also be that Arturs is just thinking, because it is a position where you think, like, now he can actually use those 11 minutes and think whether to take the knight, go to the rook endgame, move the knight, move the h-pawn. He has options.
Yes, indeed. Some opportunities here. Must be plus 30 seconds for white, 31. Okay. So I have a feeling there's going to be some action going on also here. I want to go to another game in top 10 we haven't yet checked, which is
only one game left.
Only one. Ezra Kirk against Ignas Milios on board number 10.
Yep. This
Queen e8.
So is this a checkmate? Is the question, I guess.
Where's the mate? King. Feels like white is winning somehow, right?
Like it feels like there should be a checkmate.
Okay. King h4. Queen e1 check. King h5. Queen e2 collect the rook, which you cannot because of the back rank.
Yeah. Then maybe...
Check, check. I think this check is definitely going to happen.
Yeah, because the other option is g3, but...
Oh, wait, g3, king h3 is also good. No. Oh, wait, there was also this check.
Okay, this was easier, maybe.
Okay, h6.
Because now he wants to collect the rook with the check, and then it's done.
Oh, then it's done, yeah. Oh, definitely not queen e4. Definitely not queen e4. Don't worry. Absolutely not queen e4. Pretty sure it was queen e2 check.
Even if you have 1 second, you managed to put the queen on e2. Yeah.
There we go. Fixed it. Ezra
no, it's actually not even taking the rook. g3 is just made.
Oh, I would just take the rook. I don't know. Would you?
I mean, well, if you have 1 minute and you see that g3 is checkmating 1, then you also want to kind of checkmate with a pawn. Isn't it like, you feel like checkmating with a pawn is kind of special?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to this spicy game. So we have 2 games. Hari Krishnan against Ivan Trossel, board 4. Jokubas Diokos against Tomas Larushas, which we still don't have any update. No, the game is continuing. No, wait, is it?
Yeah, it's the same position.
It's the same position, yeah. No update yet. King e3. So Trossel was playing a pretty interesting game.
Mm.
Krishnan was winning in the endgame, but it was by no means trivial, as you can see. Only 44 seconds. This has got to be a draw. Like king e5, king f6.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty straightforward. Oh, maybe he's thinking about f1 or rook. You can't play rook a6. How about f1?
Oh, that's true. If f1 is working, then it's
just a draw, I think.
Just a draw easier.
Takes, takes, takes. Rook f7. It's a very easy draw.
Yeah.
King e5. Takes. Check hands.
Yes.
Could be a bit unexpected result for the first round.
Yeah, but I think it might be also because the GM, he was coming from, I think, from Lithuania, and we picked him up from the bus station at like 5 a.m. So maybe he just
jet lagged.
I think he came from Lithuania. He was playing some tournaments there. He was playing in Finland, so maybe he, sometimes you just need to get into the tournament, get your first proper sleep and stuff. And then...
Well, yeah, I typically have a rule. When it comes to playing in tournaments, never arrive and play the same day.
That's the ideal, yeah. Sometimes you just can't make it work.
Yeah, if you have to wake up, if you have to arrive at 5 a.m. and you have to play a game, that's not great.
Yeah.
And for example, like I play in several leagues, that's why I have this rule. Whenever I travel, never ever play the same day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how short is the flight. Like I have done this mistake before, never again. Yeah. So for example, if I'm playing on Saturday, I have plenty of time. I'm still arriving on Friday.
Yeah, I think that's a good rule.
Okay. So Ivan Trossel might be escaping with a draw, and there's no updates in the game of Jokubas Dijokas against Tomas Larušas. Do we have some result? No result, yeah?
No result. I mean, maybe I can, in the meantime, just say on the lower boards whether there have been some upsets.
Sure.
Otherwise, it really looks like the favorites have been winning. I mean, there was a draw in board number 14. Oleg Krivonosov did a draw against Christianis Lazars.
All right. So, a bit early to start with draws. So early.
With white, yeah.
With white. Okay.
Yep. But otherwise, it actually looks like there is another draw in the 32nd board. Our female team member Sofia Plokin did a draw against the very young guy, Platon Kirichenko. But otherwise, it looks like the rating favorites have been
not a lot of upsets, yeah?
Yeah, okay, so he went F1 as well.
Yeah. This looks quite logical. Looks pretty safe. King e4 did not happen. I think F1 promote was just a draw offer. Why did not play King e4? So first small surprise. Let's go to the game of Jokubas Dijokas against Tomas Larušas.
So we do have moves, yeah?
We do have, so there was no losing on time.
This game is still crazy, so...
Anything can happen here. Okay. Okay, what on earth is this position even?
A mess.
It is a big mess, yeah?
And Larušas actually used like half of his 12 minutes.
Okay. King f4. And somehow there's no mate.
Yeah, I mean, King f6, g5 would be a mate, but there is white also can move, yeah?
Yeah, King f6, g5, almost a mate, except there's a check on b6.
Yep.
Which changes things. Wow.
And also white is making moves in like 1 second, 2 seconds. Now he has 32 seconds, so he was making the move with 2 seconds.
It's so annoying, you know? It's like, I know I've been in this situation so many times. Like, this last second, I swear it lasts like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you are not supposed to look at the clock, but you are doing it. Everybody does it. And your opponent is thinking, and he's still sitting like this, having only 1 second. Then he wakes up, makes the move, he doesn't flag.
Yep.
And deep inside, you're so angry. Why?
Then it's like you kind of have to get over that, right?
Because you have to get over that. Why didn't flag? Just like 0 point whatever, 2 seconds, sit longer.
Yep.
I've had it so many times. I don't even recall if I had a single occasion when my opponent flagged like this. Never. Like,
Oh,
I don't
really?
no, like
Well,
never. Nobody
okay.
flags against me. They always played out, find those annoying moves in a time scramble.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's very bad,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I've won, I think, a few times. I actually won a game in this year's European Women's Championships, like the 10th round.
on
Like I
time.
won on time. Yeah. I mean, I had a good position, but it was still complicated. And
Oh well. Okay. So, okay, let's try to analyze maybe here.
yep, let's give our best at least.
Okay. What is this? So, first I'm trying to figure out, can I push forward the H pawn?
Fun. Yeah.
Probably not. There's going to be a very unpleasant check. I'm dropping the knight. I don't want to tread rooks. I think this
I mean,
part is...
there's f6 as well, but
Ah, wait. You're right. Okay. Here.
we're thinking maybe I'm going c6, and then I have some threats of taking the f5 knight,
C6.
and you have some issue with
Super logical. Do I want to give up the knight?
go h3 or
I saw this check, by the way.
whoa.
But I can't win this, yeah? Because I'm going to drop the pawn on h4
Yeah,
and I can't win this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So I think I have a draw in the pocket, which is not good for LaRouche's.
Yep.
So
This is not what he's looking for right now.
no. So he sees he has at least this. Like,
Yep.
he wants to push forward the pawns. He sees that after c6, h3 doesn't feel right. White's going to take. What?
No, I knew I go
What I'm missing? h2?
h2, yes. And where did you want to go?
Oh, I can't stop the pawn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can get your own queen, but I think you're getting checkmated then.
Oh.
Yeah, on f3. That's kind of cute, actually.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So, it was at this moment, h4, c6, and what did I say? h3.
h3, and now...
c7?
Yeah, I guess we're pushing the pawns then.
h2?
Okay, now I'm passing. Whoop. What? I am confused.
Probably some rookie. Oh, wait, what? Rook e4. Oh my goodness. Rook e4, king e4, 96? You can't stop my pawn.
Okay, but it's not possible to say that.
The most stupid thing I've ever
Seriously.
seen. You can't play king f3. This is promotion.
With the check, yeah.
You go here. It's unbelievable.
This knight on
Just,
b1 is just...
what is this? Oh, this is actually very real. They're going for something else.
Okay, so LaRouche didn't go for h4.
Rook e8, yeah? So this was the position. He gave a check. He decided to play rook e8. 92.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 minutes. 94. Oh, so he thinks he's going to get the knight on e6 and conquer the pawn on c5.
Yeah.
Is he?
I mean, I'm not sure who's going to win it, but... Are you...
Rook b6, f6. Tries to play very quickly. Knight e6 is a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I play c6? c6 is rook c8.
Yeah. So knight where? e4?
Knight e4 looks very logical.
You protect the pawn.
Knight b3, by the way, looks very logical as well.
Yeah, but
Offer
then
to
you
trade the
need
knights.
then you need to understand what the rook and king is.
No, but I think I can do this because my rook is behind those passed pawns. Like, based on gut instinct, I somehow like knight b3 a bit more.
And that's the thing, LaRouche could have gone for the rook and king before, right? But he decided not to. So.
Yeah. Like takes, here. Like this position. I have a feeling those black pawns are going nowhere. Okay, knight e4, your idea.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the like the automatic move you want to go to the center, kind of.
I don't know, I wanted to eliminate this knight, but... h4 played very quickly by LaRouche. c6 is still not a thing because of rook c8.
Yep.
H-pawn is rolling forward.
Yeah, this is the nice spot. Now white needs to actually make a move.
I don't like this. I think he should have played knight b3 because this knight on d4 is so annoying. Now the knight on e4 is actually under attack in some lines. Like your king is tied to defend the knight. Rook b4.
Like this.
So he wants to put the rook behind the pass pawn and also defend the knight.
Just get rid of the knight as well, black's knight.
Kind of looks logical.
Yeah.
Knight c6.
Probably. That's the
looks really, really solid. Blocking one pawn, attacking another.
Yeah. Maybe he should have gone like a6 or something. I don't know, before try to just get the pawns moving.
Yeah. So far at the top boards, we have only one surprise, right? Which is Hari Krishnan.
As if they actually did the draw. Yes,
they did a draw.
Yep. So then that's the only upset, yeah. And it actually... Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's... So far, there's nobody who has actually won, who's been a lower rated player. But I mean, there's still, on the lower boards, there's still quite a few games going, so...
Yeah. Okay. So let's say we play knight c6. Rook a4. Play some sort of a h3.
Oh, yep.
King g3.
No, but now you can maybe even take a5.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but are you sure that this endgame is winning?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Like Ancient says it's winning, but
I mean, if I can go rook c4, then I'm maybe optimistic about it.
there was apparently a mistake before.
What? Ah, he went.
No, the engine is a bit slow here. My computer is a bit overloaded. So let's go to current live position. 96, king f3. Also good. Knight g5 is the move. f5 is the move. By the way, f5. f5, you just collect the pawn on c5. By now, I think LaRouche's must be feeling pretty confident. Wait. f5 is 96. Still in the tower.
Yeah. Because the h4 pawn is going to drop it. Yeah, that sort of thing. Maybe rook a8 is just the easiest.
Just walk away.
Yeah, and I want to get rid of one of the pawns. I'm not sure how you're going to protect the a5.
And f5, but knight c5 is coming in.
Yep. Yeah, you
that
can't
looks
go
great.
rook a4. Yeah.
That looks pretty great. So for Jakubas, things are not looking great at the moment. He's been playing an increment for quite some time. Messed up a very good position.
Yeah.
LaRouche's was playing with fire in this game, but
at least the least to say is playing with fire.
Yeah. Lady Luck rewards the brave, I suppose. The game is still not over. Rook a4.
Yeah.
f5. We expect f5. Also, maybe h3 could be interesting. h3, king g3. I don't know why we need this. Like
no,
f5.
I don't think you need this one.
Knight c5. 2 extra pawns already.
Yeah, but then you're also kind of risking with giving away too many of the pawns with black. If I get 2 of them, I again might get a little bit optimistic of giving away my knight somehow.
Yeah. I mean, even visually doesn't seem that what's doing so badly. Okay, the pawn on c5 is gone, but at least this rook is behind the pass pawn.
Yeah.
It might roll forward, except it probably won't.
I mean, that's the thing. If I go knight d6 and do you take on c5 immediately and exchange it for the h4 pawn?
Oh, but it's 2 extra pawns, right?
2 extra pawns, and then if I don't have anything... Yeah, I can't take a knight f5, king f5, and then...
Oh, I think I should show this. Yeah. Here, here. Sadly, you can't do this.
Even for 2 reasons, actually.
For a million reasons. Yeah, like g5 for this knight is protected. Yeah, but it's a nice idea. All right. Knight a6 is played.
Yeah, he had no other option.
Knight on c5, 1 pawn down, 1 to go. You can't take on h4. This is going to be slow loss for white. The only chance for white is just to keep the pawn. Rook a3, I suppose. Because rook a1 might jump under some forks.
Oh,
he does it. Well, but then it's, I think that LaRouche's, I think he was very happy to see this. Like,
yeah.
No, I think you had to play rook a1. Because now this is a technical position. You can't eliminate this pawn. 2 extra pawns.
Yeah.
LaRoche is very happy to see this.
Yeah, and it's black's king is also going to like activate itself, so it's not a lot of tricks.
Well, but overall, I think that the Yokas fought really well.
Yeah.
So he managed to pose a lot of questions. Well, Rushiski was definitely feeling threatened.
Well, he objectively had a very losing position, so I think that he was feeling threatened, or at least a tiny bit scared.
Maybe he tried not to think about it too much. Yeah, like okay, some dangerous position.
Unclear.
Unclear, yeah. Okay, knight c4.
Yeah.
Rook a4. I think
it's not gonna blunder or anything.
Knight e5, king. Rook a4 looks very clean. You want to get some pieces off the board. It pins the knight. I think this is what he's gonna do. Like rook a4.
Looks a little bit scary, yeah.
No, but what? Knight e5, king g5. Just not so many things to calculate.
Okay.
Wait. Maybe rook a4, knight e5, king f6, knight e7. Let me just put it on the screen. Rook a1 was, by the way, played.
Yeah,
I saw this check.
Yeah, I was thinking about this as well. Yeah, but then it's still nothing.
It's still nothing. You have 2 pieces under attack. I think you actually should have done this. It's very clean.
Yeah.
Not so difficult to calculate.
Yes, because if the rooks come off, then it should be quite easy, right?
Yeah.
So.
The only thing what I'm thinking, if I'm from the stronger side's perspective, do I know any fortress which supposedly somehow holds when my opponent has 2 connected pass pawns, and I know none. To be honest, like I know none. So I think it was a pretty safe thing to go.
Yep.
Okay, 3. Okay, but all of this is of course still good. The game had finished with rook a4, knight e6, rook a5, knight e4.
Or rook e3, taking there as well.
Or what?
Or rook, like instead of the fork, there would have been the rook e3 as well.
Where?
If here, yeah. I mean, of course.
You're going for the simple rook e3. Yes. So valid insight. Rook c4 instead. I'm pretty sure that this game is going to finish the way it's going to finish.
Yep.
Do we have more updates?
We'll refresh because they're putting in the results, but it might be that now there's time trouble, so the arbiters are
busy,
checking the boards. Yep. But yeah, I mean, in the lower boards, there's quite a few games going still, so, but still no actual upsets.
And tomorrow, the next round, so that the viewers know when to return.
Well, the round here starts at 10.
But we are going to be at 11, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
And it's 10 o'clock Estonian time, so.
10 o'clock Estonian. Okay.
Which I have no clue how it's related to Central European.
I think it's 1 hour less.
Right now, yeah. Because it's the summer and winter time changes. And
yes. I know that.
Confusing.
So that will be like 10 Central European summertime tomorrow.
Yes,
the next round.
We are going to start.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, knight d6, rook c6, king f6. A lot of easy moves for black.
Yeah, and then it's g5, and it just goes in. Okay.
All right, I'm not sure how longer are we going to follow this. I'm actually expecting the game might wrap up very soon, but might also go for like half an hour still.
Yeah, maybe let's wait for like 2 more moves or 3 more moves until he gets to like g5 and...
Or g6 or g5,
yeah.
Like king f2, walking away from a pin, threatening some knight e5. Yeah, knight e5. That's the thing. I think LaRoche has complicated his position a bit. Like he had this chance to remove either the knights or the rooks off the board would have been a bit easier. Of course, it's winning.
I mean, now you have to go to the first rank. So
yeah, you can't go king f3. That's a fork. You can't go.
No,
king
wait,
g3.
there was no fork. You are pinned actually.
What? There's no fork.
Yeah. It's been a long day for us as well.
Okay, it's been a long day. All right. King of 3. You're right.
But I don't think that after g5 there's too much to do because 95 is just 1 check.
Yeah, king e5.
And he's keeping his rook as far as possible, so there's no forks, even accidentally possible, for black to blunder. The king and the rook are on different squares. So because when you play for 4 or something hours, it's
The only chance you have for white is somehow to trade the knight
get
for
both the pawns.
yeah,
Yes.
both pawns. Like
Yeah.
you get this, you trade the knight for, let's say black plays g5, g4, you play knight g4, then we have a theoretical draw. But this
Yeah.
will never ever happen.
Exactly.
Like LaRoche is still good to allow this. But if he repeats position,
which also is not gonna happen.
and now he's gonna play some g5.
Yeah.
Yeah, g5 by the way looks pretty good. Or g6, the cautious move.
I think he wants to go home fast, so he just goes g5 because he thinks it's faster.
f4 would be probably also a winning move. Knight g4, king f5.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It kind of disconnects the pawns, but probably also good. All right. I think that let's wait for one more move.
Yep.
And unless there's going to be some big changes, let's call it a day.
F4. Actually played them.
Yeah, it's a good move. I like it. It's a forcing move. There's no fortress. Knight e5, king e5, g5, g4 is incoming. LaRoche has plenty of time. So the viewers, I do believe in the converting skills of Grandmaster Tomas LaRoche. But we are going to officially call today. It was fun to start. So let's maybe refresh once again what the schedule is all about.
Okay.
As you can see, this is round 1, July 27. We're broadcasting here from Parnu in Estonia. This is the starting, these are the starting times of the rounds. As you can see, tomorrow, it's 9 a.m. Central European Summer Time. This is when the round is starting, or 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, in case you're watching it midnight. But we're going to start 1 hour later, the viewers, and we're going to be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central European Summer Time, or if you are from Estonia, all the Baltic countries, 11 a.m. Yep. So maybe some final words, Margaret?
Yeah, and I mean, tomorrow we're going to have 2 games.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Already a lot more serious pairings, or the rating difference is going to be smaller. So, yeah, definitely a lot of action.
More games, more rounds. So the viewers, this is only the start of the Paul Keres Memorial 2026. Thank you for watching. We're wishing you the best of luck in the remaining of the day. Have a great evening, have some snacks, and come back tomorrow refreshed and watch the second round of the Paul Keres Memorial. We're saying goodbye to you. Take care.